Friday Night Lights.
All right, and we have done the quick dash from the beautiful Brighton Lacrosse Club down to the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club, a.k.a. the Chook Pen, a.k.a. for tonight only, it is Argaspari Field. Because we see hashtag number 12 sitting on the field there. So tonight we are at Argaspari Field, and there is only one thing to do at Argaspari Field, and that is to get yourself down to the scorer's bench, because we have some stubby holders here for the Aussie box team for $5 a pop. And I tell you what, if you come down and bring a tenner, Ryan will sign it for you. So joined in commentary this evening with me is the one and the only Mr. Argaspari Field himself, Ryan Gaspari. Welcome, mate, to LSA TV.
Thanks, Tone. Good to be here, mate.
And obviously, Lip, we made the big journey from the women's game down to the men's, and Linton Arscott joins in commentary as well tonight. So looking forward to this.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Tony, and the one and only Mr. Argaspari.
I was going to say, it doesn't get any better than this. And if you think it doesn't mean much out here, this field, look at that hashtag number 12 just written out there. And, Rye, you've, as the boys just go through their final warm-ups here, had a bit of a end-of-season day today here?
We did. You'd call it like a mad Monday, but it was a mad Saturday.
Mad Saturday. Hey.
So they've been here about lunchtime.
So the crowd to our left will be in fine form at some stage?
The vocal cords will be out tonight, mate, that's for sure.
As I said, I saw Robbo there before, and he looked like a well-fed guy from the Beatles, John Lennon.
Yeah, he's been pretty thirsty today, actually.
Yeah.
It was a warm day.
But he's done a great job this year for you boys, and obviously just missing out on the finals. That must have been a little disappointing, but obviously you lost your imports there, sort of, 5 or 6 games out from the season end, and they would have been handy as far as players go.
Look, they're very, very handy, but very proud of the boys, what they've done after they've already left.
Yeah.
We stepped up and played. I mean, one game out of the finals again. I think it was Woodville the last year that we lost to it as well, and this time it was 1 goal in overtime. So
yeah,
we're that close now.
And golden goal overtime in a final. That's just, exhilarating if you win, heartbreaking if you lose. That's
right. It was a very good game of lax. It was a good game to watch.
Yep. And I know the boys at Sturt, because we played you guys, I think, when I was away in Jeonju over in South Korea. It went to 15-14, and they reckon that was a good
another cracking game.
Of lacrosse, which went down to next to nothing. So I suppose the positive of that is there's been some fantastic lacrosse played this year already, but it doesn't get any bigger than this one tonight, does it? These two teams here have been fighting grand finals probably for the last 10 years, or prelim finals, and this one is huge down here at Argaspari Park.
It's going to be a big game. I've already put my tips. We've got a little tip board going over there.
A tip board. There you go. We may as well go through those before we kick in. We've got some time here. So, what's the tip for Argaspari Field here tonight?
What I've got is Glenelg to win.
Glenelg to win.
10-8. And I've got the highest goal scorer as Mr. N. Morton.
So N. Morton for the highest goal scorer, for Glenelg to win by 10-8.
I think it's going to be a close game. I think, first round of finals, a bit nerves. So,
well, I reckon on sports bet there. I mean, I know that Nige and Dan Evans are coming in here with maybe a couple of niggles, but who doesn't at this time of the year?
Correct. Yes. So
Nige didn't really get up and about last week in a win against Woodville that they played really good defence early. So he'd probably be looking to put, he's had these games this year where he's got lazy 9s and 7s.
That's exactly my thought plan that I was thinking before.
Well, if he can start that, and obviously the defence here we saw last week in the Burnside-Brighton game, obviously Nick was coming off the wing, but, and toe. But a couple of the younger defenders certainly were getting put under the pump occasionally. So they're going to have to be big tonight, these defenders.
Yep, but one I've been watching all night is Chippy. He was here 2 hours before the game.
Really?
He was, and he was surveying the field, checking the picks. He's put the key in the field just to check.
The ultimate professional that is
Mr.
Gabay. It does. I mean, he obviously didn't play last year, and coming back to here, I mean, he knows what grand finals are like. He's gone down to Brighton, and I'm sure he loves the exhilaration that comes with winning a premiership, mate.
He does. He's done it a few times.
I don't know what that feels like myself, but
I don't know what it's like either, mate. I've been to the dance, but
we have been to the dance.
Didn't get
Just
to finish.
Didn't quite get across, did we?
Correct.
But he's obviously got some ready. As we see the ball here, The Brighton are just shooting out and about out there, and there's a fair bit of bounce out in the ground there, so that's probably why Chippy was out his surveying, because some of those balls are a bit like the old whacker at the moment.
There is. It might look nice on the camera with the grass, but down near the right in the crease area there, it's all dirt, and it's rock hard.
Yep. And down the other end, as I said, did the write-up. I couldn't pick these two personally myself. What about you, Lip? Where are you sitting on this one?
I'm going Glenelg.
Glenelg,
13-9.
Oh, so 4-goal difference. Have you got a highest goal scorer?
Yeah, I'm with Nige as well. I think he might actually hit 6 tonight.
All right.
Being quiet last week. It's very unusual for Nige to be quiet 2 weeks in a row.
Well, all right. For me, I mean, when I did the write up for LSA TV, I couldn't actually pick a. When I sat down and looked at it, and Sturt played both these teams in the last few weeks, and you sort of take it off of that. If there is any probably forward, I think Glenelg maybe just. Again, I think with Nige having a bit of a strain in the hamstring, and Dan Evans having a bit of a strain in the hamstring, these guys aren't going to be able to push in on the defenders as they should. And I actually said I think it's going to come down to these younger guys in both sides, like the Arlen Lims and the Mitch Fussers and these guys, Cody Rosenthal's. And down the other end, I think one player that really showed a lot last week was Zach Drury. Really started to step up. And in the premiership year of 2 years ago, he was outstanding because Nige was out. Yeah. Or Nige had come back into the side because he had a knee complaint. But he was very good. And I think given game time, he might be one to watch. So I'm going to say Glenelg by 1. But I'm going golden goal overtime. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to put it out there, that Luke Keesing scores 3 for Glenelg and gets a high score.
Ooh. I'd like to see the money on that for sports bet.
I'll take 567 to 1.
Okay, fair enough.
I've done it before.
We're going to put your house on it?
Well, no, I think I did put my house on it. That's why I'm renting now. So moral of the story is don't take any tips from what I have to say. No, so we're, as the guys just go around and, yeah, that's what we're just watching here. Cody Watts go through his paces and starting to hit some outlets. And
I actually think, Tone, it's going to come down to the first few minutes of the game, which goalie has huge saves at the start. Because I think that's it. Because most goalies are, if you can save the first couple, you're on. Your confidence lifts and whatever. But if they get 1 or 2 easy ones past you, then it's hard.
I think that happened in the Burnside game.
Yeah.
Big Brady Williams made a lot of saves early, big time saves.
Big time saves.
And he turned into a brick wall.
Again, you look at that Woodville Glenelg game, the one before that, and Dave Gow and Code early, like it was like two prize fighters throwing punches at each other, just standing there toe to toe, and it was only in that second half that the defense of Woodville, who played exceptional defense, ran out of puff. That was probably some of the best defense I've seen Woodville play this year, if not last year.
For a long time.
For a long time. But they sustained it for a half, and then, goalies are susceptible that if you're not scoring the other end, the pressure builds on their end and you get a goal, and all of a sudden, you can get 2 or 3 past you and a goalie drops his head. But I don't think with these two, Chippy's coming off just missing out on the last Australian side, in that last cut. So he's a quality goalkeeper. And Cody's been away with the 23s this year and has done exceptionally well coming into a Glenelg side, which probably needed a goalie. So
Cody's been huge, really, for a guy it's only still really young in my eyes, and didn't get a lot of league time in his early days. Has stepped up big time.
Yeah, but that's for me, and that was what I ended on, was that whoever stands up the biggest, and I mean that's probably understandable because you've got to score goals to win, and whoever gets the most past the goalie will be. But the goalies are huge in this game.
Yeah.
I think the teams across the board, through the face. I mean, Jack Woodford just about won everything off his own stick last week, and Lewis Dow got him late, but then he's doing everything. He's tired. He's trying to play offense and defense. They didn't look like they had an inroad last week, Brighton, into the Burnside defense, and Burnside were hard at it.
They were rock solid last week. You know what I actually liked last week about the Brighton players is I think it was a few times that they were kept scoreless for a bit, and then Eben just barged through the crack.
That was the only way they looked like they were going to score.
He scored 2.
Yeah, 2 exactly the same goals. Just took them on straight to the cage.
But he did. He literally went, and he was doing that at the beginning of the year when they were on the ground. I mean, he came back obviously from injury last week, Eb. So, but he has the ability. I mean, he's a great ball handler.
Strong.
Yeah, and that box player that 2 hands just goes through and bullets his way through.
Yeah, but he doesn't miss too many when he fires.
No.
You know, he puts himself in good positions to fire. And, you know, as I said, I thought Lee's been really good. Jake Rosenthal brings all those guys into play. But last week, you know, Lee was getting locked off.
I think he had Cam Semler locking off.
He had Cam Semler locking off on him. You know, and then Jake didn't come into it. He didn't, probably by his own admission, probably didn't have his best game last week. But again, quality players don't have, you know, they don't have bad games every week. So really interesting to see at the start as we see the coin toss happen here. We've got Dan Evans and Steve Mortimer for Glenelg and Jack Woodford. Jack Woodford, to me, wins the Memorial Medal this year. I mean, I've seen him. He's just been sensational.
He has been. Every time you want someone to stand up, it's Woody.
But it's not just the face-off stuff.
No, it's not right. He's scoring goals as well. Yeah, that's right.
You know, so
it's probably one of the best short pole defenders going around, strength-wise as well.
Hard to get past.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, as I said, we had Jack obviously in the stateside this year, and he dominated. And you know, obviously with Lewis Dow, who's out at Burnside, you know, going through there, and young Doug Brooks, so through the face. But that short stick defence he played was exceptional. We didn't have Argaspari, you know, because he was otherwise entertained. But he's probably one of the other best short stick defenders in the league, just quietly.
Well, I'm not going to...
Maybe it's the Argaspari field just soaking up through my feet at the moment.
I'm not going to doubt what you said, Tony, because the other thing with Ryan is his strength as well.
Yeah.
You know,
he's a two-way midfielder.
He's going to go away with box. He's going to go away with box for Australia, and I guarantee most of his game time is going to be playing defence.
Yep. Yeah, and
because of your strength.
So you watch the
score a goal though.
I'm sure you'd love to score a goal, mate.
Yeah, but Jesse won't give you the ball. As we see Brighton just going through their warm-ups here, you know, they're actually moving the ball really well. They're playing some uneven here, but look at that shade from Chippy there. But they're looking at getting on the crease a lot with this stuff they're doing. Glenelg just sort of going through that. They've done their warm-up. They're just into that little calm now. You know, I don't know. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna do Glenelg by one, but it's gonna be a rip snorting contest.
Yeah. It's gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
It is, mate. Right. I think if Brighton can get their younger guys into the game, you know, Brighton's got a solid, you know, let's say 8 to 10 players. They need those last few players to step up and get the goals.
But the thing you got there, Ryan, and what you're saying is true. But now this game's do or die. There ain't going to be any holds barred. I can see Glenelg coming out pretty physical, and is that going to put the young kids off because they're not used to playing that standard of lacrosse?
All right, and we've just thrown up on LSA TV. So if you're live and watching us, and we have about 30 on live at the moment, can you? We've got a poll going up for your selections tonight. So who do you reckon is going to win? Do you reckon it's Glenelg? Do you reckon it's Brighton? So get on LSA TV, and we'll
don't sit on the fence.
Don't sit on the fence like I did. Because I said lacrosse was going to be the winner. Hey, cliche tone they call me. But yeah, get on the Facebook and give us some shout outs tonight. We'll try and get to as many as we can. And there is a myriad of black and white out there this evening, is there not?
Jeez.
We have 5 of the finest physique looking guys
hang on,
in the league.
Look at them standing side on there.
We've got
a look at those physiques.
We got Dave Campbell, we got Gowdy, we got Polly, we got Shane Golden Goal Abbott. I called him. Sorry, Ryan. I didn't mean to rub.
It's too soon.
And then Mr. Jono Kiplocks, who's standing next to the PRINC of refereeing.
So, who's going to win the flag toss?
Yeah, there's going to be a fair bit of competition out there tonight with the flag toss, I reckon. I'm
got to go
Shane Abbott.
Kiplocks.
No, I'm on Jono. Jono tonight. We'll put it out there. Jono Kiplock for the highest flag toss tonight.
I heard Shane's put a 5 kilo weight in his.
Oh, really? he'll be lucky to take it out of his pocket. As the boys just run onto the field here for what will be an absolutely cracking game. Brighton coming out first as they were the highest seeded going into this final. And Steve Mortimer, Dan Evans leading out the Glenelg guys. Oh, it's going to be a cracking game, and can't wait for this contest to start. So, yeah, look, give us your shout-outs. Let us know you're on. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. And we will try and get back to you with all of our everything we have. Here we go. Cam Adams.
Yeah.
We've got one already. Cam Adams.
Oh, yep.
He says 12-8 Brighton. A Lim for the high scorer. Arlen Lim. Jesse Winnan says Cam Adams 14-11 Brighton. And Mark Griffin says GLC. So already starting to come in. And one of your Australian team, 2 of them. Look at them, 2 of them on there. They must have known that we were at Gaspari Field and Ryan, the one and only
That's
Mr.
right.
Ryan Gaspari.
Actually, I'm glad they're home, sitting at home on the couch watching, because we've got training Brighton early in the morning.
So here we go. We cannot ask for a better end to the season. This is prelim final time, Living Choice and Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering. And they have been great supporters of us, just as you have been great supporters of LSA TV, whether it be on the Facebook or through the YouTube. Remember, if you get on the YouTube and subscribe, you can watch that there on your smart TV. So, Ryan, on your 90-inch smart TV, mate, it would look very good.
I'm sure it would do, actually.
Players on there would look my size normally, wouldn't they?
You'd wish, Tone.
I wish. Anyway, here we go. Jared Hines in the middle. He's been a bit of a surprise packet for Glenelg going into the middle.
Well, actually.
Against Jack Woodford. Centre is pivotal. First ball is pivotal. Here we go. There we go. Jack Woodford. Oh, he just drops the handle of the ball. Ball coming out. Ball to be won here. Jack against Steve. Who's going to pick that up? Steve Mortimer. The just comes off the foot. So things running right for Brighton first up. But we will see what happens as the game goes on. So we'll see. Arlen Lim, there he is. Cam Adams, man. He is on Arlen to get up. The only thing that I will say, as we see Brighton 61%, Glenelg 39% at the moment on the polls, but early days.
Early days.
As he kicks down to Rosenthal. Rosenthal has been a real assist sort of player. Comes around, save. Oh, that one's come off a knee. And there he is.
Liberace.
So he has put that one away, and that is a very, very good goal from Lee Perham. As you see on the Living Choice instant replay, comes around the line. I think Cody got a big piece of this when he went down. Oh, he did, knocked it in. But that's number one. That's first blood to Brighton. And what they couldn't do last week, they've done early this week.
That's what they need. They need some players to stand up and take charge of this game early.
So, back into the centre here. As we take the face now. So we've got Dougie Brooks in the centre there against Jono Marenkovic. Plenty of work there. Dougie Brooks wins that one out. They're both still in the Australian 19 squad at the moment.
Nice, yeah, very nice.
You know, obviously Coach Craig Schicker and Coach Mark Mangan. Oh, here we go again. Oh, got a piece of that too, Cody. So that one's just pushed wide. Oh, Lee has, that's his knee. That's that knee that, was that the opposite knee?
That's the other one.
Okay, so he might have just copped a stick on that. Yeah, Brighton wouldn't want to see him limping around like that, Mr. Gaspari.
No, need the general down there in the offence.
So, Nigel Wapper says, evening Lax fans. And Brady is on there saying he's replying, evening Wap. So, plenty of, as we do when we finish the games, we're all brothers in arms, aren't we?
Correct.
So, just everyone's on the live. Jesse, the defender, Gaspari, that's what they're calling, looks up. Bang, and that's a shot. That's going to be backed up by Cody. And just got a piece of that there, Jakey. So defender just getting a piece. So we get to see Glenelg's transition. But there's one to the box there. Bang, big. Nice. Morton lost it in the lights. And he has apologised to Cody. But obviously the lights getting in the way. Have you ever had those issues out here?
No, I'm actually acclimatised to these, mate. But they're actually very bright in the eyes when you do look at them.
Yeah, so that was a good outlet. He nearly didn't have to move his stick, but did. Out it goes.
Straight out the light. You need more tilt on the helmet.
More tilt on the helmet. So there you go.
Yeah, we're straight over.
Straddling the line here. And big Byron Pridham
nice
just...
looking lines, actually, Tone.
They are very, very, very straight lines, they are. So here we go. We've had Brighton with the offence so far. Dougie Brooks picks the ball up. He picks up one in, and he's being monstered there by Mr. Nigel Morton. But again, here we go. Short stick, and that was on the bottom hand. Steps up. Oh, good. He had an opportunity there to probably pop that one, Dougie Brooks, but just didn't have the...
Nice fake. You should have just let it go.
Yeah, I wonder where he learnt that from.
Oh, there we go.
Fake it to make it.
Oh, nice save again from Watts. That was a big hit there from... there's our first lot of flag height. That's come out pretty ordinary, to be honest, Mr. Shane Abbott. But you know what? it's his first one of the night. We'll give him that. Everyone gets a practice.
That's that 5 kilo weight.
He would tell you that when we were in Jeongju, we had a flag throwing contest, and my first flag throw ever, I just about put it straight up the backside. It landed that close to me, and it went that high. Didn't come out of my hand, came straight back in a windmill and just hit myself in the...
That would have been like one of your shots this year, wouldn't it, Tone?
That would have been like, yeah, the one I shot where Cody just picks it up because it bounces to him 2 times. And thanks, Dad, and clear and score. So, Glenelg
with their first
offense, or just looking like they're stuttering a little bit at the moment, Glenelg. Everyone needs a touch. Nice in. What a great feed there from Jack Price
to Nige
Morton. And Glenelg are on the board. We have 1-1 here at the mighty Argaspari Field. It has been renamed for this evening. And remember, on the instant replay here, living choice, just
how can you give Nigel Morton so much room?
He just backdoored one of the younger.
He backdoored one of the young defenders up the top there, and he didn't go with him, which he should have gone. I mean, whoever's up the top, you leave him. So
that's one person you do not leave.
You can't leave.
Yep, 1-1 here, and Nigel Wapper goes go Bombers. Dominic Kildare says Brighton by 2. Bring the physicality. We love it. Or go play footy. And Nigel Wapper said, how are those gloves, Kaspari?
Oh yes. The Aussie Box guys had a quiz night last night, and there was one set of gloves donated by the Sturt fella that does all the gear down
Peter
there.
Greenhouse.
Peter Greenhouse, yes.
Yep.
And Nige, myself, and Jesse had a bit of a bidding war on those.
Oh, I like it indeed.
And you won them, did you?
I did, but it cost me a fortune.
And Mr. Greenhouse, if you're looking for some really good quality gear, get in touch with Pete Greenhouse.
They're beautiful
because they are very, very soft. And you know, if I had hands that could still play, mate, I'd go and buy myself a set. I might even buy myself a set for commentating, like those perfect ones you have. So good defence here from the Bays. Arlen Lim, he's been judged. Joshy Sell there, and there's a Ward. Oh, right on the spot is Jono Kiplocks. And Hayley Thompson-Hill says, Ryan Gaspari, get that mouthpiece a little closer to your mouth. Got to make sure we can hear those one-liners. There you go. He cannot get it any closer than that, otherwise he will be eating it. So, and a couple of more shout-outs. Trevor Poland, Alan Carr, Jack Zuvich, and Phil Crack McConnell's watching. He's here somewhere, so he's obviously got the earphones in, wanting to hear the sweet...
He's probably asleep under a table in the club rooms.
He's that old, his eyes are getting bad.
The sweet tones of Mr. Gaspari on Gaspari Field. So Glenelg with another offensive opportunity. Really spread Brighton wide here.
Jack Price up top.
Jack Price has been huge for Glenelg since he got back from, or even before that, but he really does bring into play. He's been playing a lot in that X position, but now all of a sudden he starts to pick up and bring some of these guys up to the top. He's a really hard man to guard.
Left hand, right hand, brilliant.
You know, he often ends up with 2 and 6, 3 and 4, you know, 1 and 5. So he's a dangerous player that if he gets 6 points tonight or 5 points tonight, Glenelg will probably win this contest. And there he is on a young guy with he can go left or right hand. He's actually a natural right-hander, to be honest. A bit like you, Mr. Gaspari.
I was just going to say, I don't mind the lefty myself, actually.
I know, mate. You know, and when you were at East Torrens, I took you out of that position, didn't I? Made you a righty.
If Glenelg win tonight, and it's because of Cody, I'd like to say I was shooting at him in those warm-up games.
You were. Oh, good from Pridham there. Just wearing it there, Jared Hines. Yeah, no, you used to light up Cody at East Torrens, and I'm sure he got plenty out of it.
Oh, he loved it.
He does. And here we go, Jack Price. So they're looking at going through these young defenders up the top. Just a good split dodge. Swimming. Good hit there, though. Not giving up. That might be a hold. No, let it go. Yeah, this is what we like.
That's what we like.
Here we go. Let them go. Let them play.
Boys play.
Let the boys play. Keep the flags away, just like the Mozzies. Yeah, he's waiting. Ryan's just waiting for that one to land on Lippy's head because he wanted to give it a slap.
That was as big as a bloody seagull.
I could ride that one home all the way back to Moana. Oh, looks inside, drops the handle. Luke Keesing with the ball. He had an outstanding game last week after half-time. Really did take the team on his shoulders. And you know, they're looking at that. But good offensive set here. So they've got... down the back, they've got Jared on Brig. So look at it going through this shorty down here. Jared's been in good form. Just doesn't let him get up. Rotates the ball back to Price. That's where he likes to be. Evans, oh, look at that. That's a great cut from Evans. That's a try and a nice pick. If they move the ball quickly here, Toddy Bartlett, Whooshka! And that one is up on Bridge Road somewhere, or one for the kids, that one. It's just like the baseball, that one ain't coming back.
That's not coming back.
As there's a bit of mosquito fighting going on here. Must be the fact that they've heard there's a good game on too, so they want to come down and see it tonight. Is that how you get the red and white at North Adelaide? Just Mozzie hits you, slap it on the white skin, and the red comes out?
Correct,
so
correct. Well done.
Bleeds red and white out here. As Jared Hines pops down, just Brody Nickel popping off the backside here. In a bit of a 1-4-2. Just trying to be in that 1-4-2. They're just subbing here. Nigel Morton has come off. No, Jared come off. So
put a bit of pace in. Zach Drury up top, I reckon.
Zach, he's one to watch. If Glenelg go further in this season, he is one to watch. Because Zach Drury last week just started to show a little bit more. Jack Price, here he is. He's a left. He'll look to bring others in. He's drawn the double, so needs to move the ball. Oh, that's all right though, because Nige with a really good sub. That must be a set play by Mr. Schicker.
Yeah, that's right.
Just bang.
Kicks down, looks over the backside. Jack Drury. Oh, there it is. Just couldn't handle the ball. And Nick picks up the ball.
He's on his tail.
Oh! That is a good slide. One to go. So really good effort there from Jack Price. He gets up. He's certainly putting everything into his Glenelg team tonight. And Brighton just wear that bit of offense from the bays. And we are back up the top here. And we've got a 1-1 game here. So 1-1 game here with about 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ryan's not clapping because he's happy with the game. He's clapping because there's some big mosquitoes just floating around.
If anyone's got some error guard, can you bring it out?
And obviously they're going a little bit 1-for-1 at the moment. But who's going to, like the mosquitoes are doing at the moment, take the first bite out of everything?
Brighton look like they started the game attacking the goal a fair bit. I think they're going to take this game straight on.
As I said, we saw in the women's game today. Evan, good defence there. And
from Gareth,
ball to be won. Big man, Gareth.
Big man.
Still ball to be won. There's plenty of, Arlen Lim just gets knocked over, but good ball handling. And he'll just settle it down.
Another great kid coming through the junior ranks that stepped up the last couple of years is just, you know, like you're talking about going away with the state team. This young kid went away and got absolutely pounded by some of the Victorian long polers.
Good check there from Toddy Bartlett.
Still took it all.
Yep, and he was outstanding in the men's state team this year.
Yeah,
he was actually one of the leading scorers in his first ever men's state tournament, and was taking on. He was driving against some of the big long stickers down the back. Not that necessarily we want him to do that, but he managed to get some good scores. So good work there from Todd Bartlett to shut that one down. Toddy running that two-way midfielder just like you, Ryan, and you must like what you see.
I did. Toddy Bartlett did well indeed then. It was on Lee Perrin. I think he had a little up check there.
There goes the sniper.
Snipe. Good save there from Chippy. That's his first. And the ball will be cleared, or attempted to be cleared. This is Glenelg were good here last week with this ride. So they've got Chippy out. Finds there. Toddy Bartlett running him down. He's quick, Toddy.
He's very quick.
But just needed a bit more than that.
Oh, they've done well to get out. Glenelg got a very good ride. It's hard to get past.
So they've got numbers here.
Eben.
And Eben just pops it there. To be honest, that was here at the centre line. There were 5 Glenelg players, 2 standing on the line, and none of them went. If one of them had gone with that guy on this outside, as we see second man up, then actually just sit here and watch and allow that to happen.
They've just left Evan naked on the bottom corner.
You know, and if Pez and Eben are the first 2 scorers, you know, that's a sign for Brighton that they're
they
on.
come again.
As Dougie Brooks gets in.
He's going straight to it.
Oh, again, Dougie Brooks coast to coast from the centre.
Wow.
If he can go coast to coast from the centre, because that would have been a long run for me. But Dougie Brooks out of the centre, and you'll see here on the Living Choice instant replay. No stick, no stick. No one comes. Oh, he's shooting from about 6 metres there, and did a good good job to try and get down low to that, but you're not going to stop too many of them as a keeper if you don't give that body. And he comes straight back to the centre. We've got Brighton 3, Glenelg 1. We've got about just under 6 minutes to go in the first term. And a big shout out to our sponsors, Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering. Do they do some work, just like these boys are doing at the moment. Dougie Brooks, 30 years in the business, and they were probably around, I don't know, 10 years before Dougie Brooks was born. No, maybe more than that. 12 years before Dougie Brooks was born. So, so get on to Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering. They will sort you out no end, and they are the #1 leaders in your renovations and improvements you need. And obviously, once you've had your house built by Living Choice, Traditional Verandas, you could get over to Living Choice and spend your life in a quality home, and then get yourself in retirement in another one. So why wouldn't you use those two major sponsors of Lacrosse SA TV? As Dougie Brooks, he did a good job last time at Marinkovic. Pumps. Looks down. That was the. So he's going to get an interference call here. Jake. Interference on Jake. He's just. It's almost tunnelling. A little bit of AFL tunnelling.
Come on, Dave. Oh, terrible flag height.
Oh, that was Kipper. So he's seen how Shane's thrown his first, and he's given him one back just to. So 5-yard penalty because he wasn't outside the 5 yards when he wanted to restart. So 30-second penalty. And Glenelg will find themselves in a man up and 3-1 down at the moment. So they'd really want to try and get one on the board here while they have this mini 30-second man up. So we get to see their first man up offense. As just little sneak round the backside. Sticks down. Not moving the ball real quick, are they?
Not at the moment.
Not really moving the ball as they should. Dan Evans sticks up. Gets down. Looks inside on the left. And there we go. Dan Evans. He's a hard man to stop when he gets momentum.
He's strong.
And we'll have a look here again on the Living Choice replay.
I think it was Dan Evans on the lefty then too.
Yep.
As we see Jack Woodford back in against Jared Hines. And Jack Woodford is eating up Jared Hines at the moment. Okay, there's a good, looks up the other side. Perham, don't let him free his hands. Good double there from Mortimer. He knew what was going on there and where Lee was going. As Mr. Matt Liberace Bigham just pops up the top here. Those gold boots are a cracker, aren't they, Ryan?
They are, mate. And he's also got the one leg going with the...
Oh, it highlights the gold boots.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
I mean, black and gold.
He's LeBron James?
Yes, that's right.
So up to Woodford. Woodford sees what he's got here with Searle. Just pops it down the bottom. Steve... good knockdown there. Or thought about it from Stu. So Stu Mortimer back in the side. Obviously won the Glenelg.
No, that was the other Morton.
Sorry, it was too. Sorry, Jeremy. Yeah. Steps in. Flag down. That one is over the side. That's better flag height, but the ball's still going. Ooh. Good save from Watts. And he just says, have that out there.
Was a hold.
Hold there. 30-second hold.
On Gareth. Right.
So Gareth will just have a seat.
It's going to be the first man up, is it, for Brighton?
First man up for Brighton, so we get to see what they do. They've been running this little rotation on the right-hand side.
Okay, yeah.
There's a 3-man rotation up the top. They start this, and then they sort of go, and they run one out the back, and then it had been coming up the top. We'll see whether they've changed anything from what they do. This crease guy normally pops out here down at the bottom. One of the guys comes up, pops in. So there's one in. And they normally kick the ball up. It kicks out. They kick it that side and try to over-rotate one side. But that's just too good rotation there. Brooks, that one's missed. Don't know whether he got a piece of that one, but that one's gone wide and no. Oh, there we go. Good save again from Watts down low after quick restart from Lynn. And Cam Adams would have been going, well, there we go. Get him on the board.
That's it.
Good save there.
He's looking good early. He's just barking orders now at the defence. How can he let him walk in like that?
Yeah, that was that quick restart, wasn't it? It's good that they played Brigham. He shot one past early, good double there from Nige. Looks the other side. Woodford coming down. Good save again. Good save again. Foot save from Watt. So he's certainly holding up down there at the moment.
Fire.
How many saves is that for him so far, Lip?
Well, they've had 12 shots.
I reckon just in the last little minute.
He's probably had four or five.
4 or 5 saves down there. So, but just like we saw in the women's game today, didn't we? We saw Wildy come out, another big save there. Oh, and another one. 2 in a row in the crease. Good call, Mr. Kiplocks, right on it as the quick start goes. So there's Watts up to about 6 saves at the moment.
6 or 7, yeah.
So he's certainly come to play for his team. And Chippy down the other end hasn't had many shots on him, but he's got a couple of saves there himself. As Morton just launches from outside. That's terrible lacrosse.
Short time.
Clock's on. Here we go.
Oh,
so
Steve. Shoot.
Good. And there we go. So, sorry, Mr. Morton, I didn't realise that the clock had come on. Not that you can't shoot from there. You've got plenty of shots.
He's got the licence there.
So, as we see here on the Living Choice and Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering scoreboard, it is Brighton 3, Glenelg 2. And what a cracking start to this preliminary final.
Fantastic start to
It is. How'd we go for goal scorers that time, Lip?
We had Nige Morton with 1, Dan Evans with 1. And then for Brighton, we had Evan Locke 1, Liam Perrin 1, and Dougie Brooks 1 with a solo.
A solo? Well, I'm going to get solo. Solo, you can't hear me, so you can hear our sponsors.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living.
And welcome back here as the players go through their quarter-time addresses. And we might just go through a few of the people that are watching. Trev Poland, as I said, Tinga. We had Benji Muxlow, one of your Aussie boys over in WA. Great bloke, Benj.
He's a great bloke, isn't he?
I love you, Benj. Charlotte Winnan, Kyle Billows, Dougie Shinnick, Nathan Arscott watching.
Who's that guy?
Nathan Arscott is watching.
He said he was coming.
The scrub. Trish Adams is also watching. Giacomo Lovett. Nathan Arscott says, how many has Cody missed already? So, I don't know. It might be a bit tough on there. 3 at the moment. I think the saves are well above the...
Yeah, well above. Scrub.
And Nathan Goy's watching. Tyler Skatira, Andrew Lang, Richard Smith, Lee Haskett, Nick Brown, Shazza, Brett Howe, Rick Smithson, and the list goes on. Michelle Potter, our Living Choice player of the game today. Kate Opolski's watching. And Kate, if you can find your way to the bench, we could have a quiet little chat with you. But she might not ever come over. Jack Knight, one of our boys out at one of our Vermont boys watching. So big shout out to you, Jack. Jack Opolski's watching. Way, Holler, Marshall, Spill Z. Oh, the list goes on. Any funny stuff on the cards? Ryan Gaspari, Phil McConnell says.
Well,
even Ryan Gaspari's watching.
I know for a fact that the Burnside boys are probably at Burnside Lacrosse watching the actual live stream, having a little watch of the TV.
Oh, well, big shout out to all the Burnside guys. Congratulations on making the Living Choice and Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering State League Grand Final as the ball is had from the middle here. Jono Marenkovic has lost his glove, so there's loose equipment here. So the ball will have to come back. Jono's going to have to come back and get his glove. Ball coming down. Luke Keesing putting pressure here. Well, they normally would potentially stop that.
Yeah, I don't think they've seen the glove fall down.
I don't think they have. And as Matty Brigham, Libba just brings it over the halfway line.
Golden
and
boots.
Toddy Bartlett just says, okay, off you go. So down the back here for Brighton. First goal in this second quarter is a real pivotal goal, given what we saw in the first quarter. If Brighton could get one and get a 2-goal lead, that would certainly please their coaching staff over there. But if they can shut this down, Glenelg, and get back the other end and score one themselves and tie it up early in the second. Brigham, he doesn't mind firing them either, just quietly.
Save.
Oh, there we go,
Good
Cody.
save.
Another huge save. So, Cody up to about 7 saves now, and going to have to work for better shots than that. The ones that they were getting earlier were much better.
He has got a big shot, though.
He's got a ripper.
He's got an absolute cannon.
Oh, the one we had down at Glenelg where Brighton
Yes.
The pipe and
played
it
on the
went
left
to
hand.
Left-handed, that's right.
Oh.
That was
Hit the pipe,
that
went
was a
back to the
bomb.
centre, and
Yeah.
then Burnside got the ball and scored.
Yeah. So,
Just getting chipped by the crowd.
so as Glenelg just get set up in their offensive set, just to give you an update on what happened in the Women's State League Finals today, we had Woodville running out winners 10-2 over the Wilderness Girls, and in what was a bit of an up and down, but Woodville with a 6-goal last quarter certainly made that score blow out, and Woodville are off to play. The Brighton Bombers, as Nige steps in, rips that one left, but
Ooh, just missed.
and so Brighton and Glenelg
It's a grand
in the
final
next
rematch.
game had, well, let's just say Glenelg had an 8-0 first quarter and the first goal of the second. They were 9-0 up, ended up running out 15-8 winners in what was potentially a really, we didn't expect it to be like that. So Brighton will now play Woodville as it kicks down the bottom here. Toddy Bartlett just weaving his way through, trying to do far too
Ducking
much
and weaving.
there. Good work from the defence of Brighton. They looked like they had about 13 players out there
There's
then.
a lot of them on him.
And they will clear the ball. Really good defence. Oh, that's not a great ball, but really,
He's done well.
really good ball handle there. And that was fantastic work as they bring it down into the offense for Brighton. So next week we'll have a prelim final between Woodville and Brighton in the Women's State League. Some of the other results down there, I believe we saw a bit of the Div 2 stuff. So Brighton won their way through to a Div 2 Women's Premiership.
So it's Glenelg and East Torrens in the Div 2 Women's next week.
Glenelg and
East Torrens.
next week because East Torrens beat Burnside.
Yep.
And that's good by good pick up there. Fantastic pick up there from Nat Rowe. So shot had there, it was blocked by
Mitch Lewis. It's a goalie save for Mitch.
Cody be happy that
Cody will be
they're making
very
them.
happy to take those.
So, so there's just some of the women's results that we had. Eben Locke,
Oh,
this is where you've got to get on him.
Oh.
And pops that one over the top. So he's that sort of guy that he'll bullock that.
That's his move every time. Barges through his defender.
And he's very hard to stop.
He is. Normally he goes low, though, on his shots. That one he's tried to pull high. Maybe that was for the cameras.
He should stick low, I'd say, if he keeps pulling them high like that. But then again, he's probably seen Cody and thought, well, he's lower to the ground.
Well, that's what happens with
Yeah,
Cody.
it does, doesn't it?
You see that little bit of
You
room
see that
above
light up the
head,
top?
But then he crouches down and pops straight up and catches it and just laughs at you.
So it's that cookie
Thank you
jar.
very much.
He's exposing the cookie jar up the top, doesn't he?
He does.
He does.
Loves it.
Oh, good double there. So under pressure here. Good work. Jack Price finds himself down in the defensive end, and again Nat Rowe just dropping the handle of that one. And Jack, the 2-11s. It looks like a race. 1-1, 1-1, 1-1.
He's doing well.
1-1, 1-1, 1-1,
Still
2-1,
going, he's
1-1,
still
2.
there.
Legs 11.
There we go.
They're going to hold it up for a set.
So he's coming off for a
Jack
breather.
Price, really good. That double down here from the defender was exceptional. And I think that was Stu Mortimer who came onto that double there. So Glenelg have an opportunity to even it up here as they get down into their offensive end. And it is about 5 minutes gone in the second term. If you're just joining us live on Lacrosse SA TV, and Dominic Kildare's checking out on YouTube. Go the Bombers. Well, that's the place to do it on HD, on your smart TV even. If you can,
Benny.
sniper.
Oh, he wanted it.
That's the one thing he hasn't done much this year. He's got in good positions. He just hasn't let that rifle go.
He was locked and loaded. He just didn't pull the trigger.
So Luke Keesing, he's been big.
Put
Here
his
he
head
goes.
down.
One of, that's over the top as well. There we go. He hasn't got my one of three yet that I said he'd get.
No. At least he's starting to shoot.
But that's what he did in the second half last week. He started to really bring into the game, and it drew everyone in with him. rather than just looking around. And this is the matchup. I think
Pace.
Zach Drury is probably a little underrated at the moment. Probably not getting the amount of game time. And Nigel Morton just sending that bullet from that side.
Laser beam.
Anybody like chocolate? Mini-me? Mini-me wants some chocolate? It's a laser. Just down the bottom. And here we go. Just if he gets hand stick side, Toddy Bartlett, bang!
Bounce shot.
There we go. That had some whacker about it too.
Wow.
And we'll see that on the Living Choice instant replay. Toddy Bartlett certainly come to play tonight. And Kitten B, if you're watching over there, Toddy's doing it. There he goes. Look at that. See that? That popped up in the top right-hand corner. And Toddy'd be pretty happy with that. That's his second, is it, Lip, for the game? First for the game. He might have had a shot down the other end that I'm thinking of. But yeah, so all their forwards have scored so far, I think. Nigel Morton, Toddy Bartlett, Dan Evans. Yeah. So although Jack Price is down there.
No.
And here we go. So this is where we need, that's almost a break. And Jared just stood there and went, where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? So Jack Woodford, my tip for the memorial medalist this year, is eating it up in there. So they're going to have to do a little bit of thought process there because they won't want to give the Bombers the look at their offense as Mitch Fuss gets the ball up the top, kicks it back down there to Cody Rosenthal. So some of the younger stars on at the moment, Brighton. But Lee Perham's looking up the top here. He's got Stu Mortimer and he
likes his matchup.
He likes what he sees, doesn't he? So really, and he'll turn inside and he's got a cannon. He'll shoot from everywhere.
Great look.
Oh, good look there. Cody Rosenthal sitting on the crease.
Wow.
Great look from Lee Perham. And good finish, good take and finish there. Look at the replay on this one. Just opened up. You see the ball watching there. And that was Jared Hines, who was ball watching badly. Cody Rosenthal just stuck behind. And there we go. It's out to a 4-3 game, the way of Brighton. So this is what we expected,
This is what we want. Those two actually work very well together down the offense. They're always looking for each other.
So back into the centre. So we've got the two under-19 Australian potentials in there. Dougie Brooks, he's already got one from the centre coast. There we go, Steve Mortimer. Here he is, MVP of the Nationals this year. Gives it to Luke Keesing. And Luke Keesing just kicks it up to Robinson. And this is the one. He's got.
There it is.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Didn't have enough on it. That looks like you shooting, Tony.
Yeah, but I'd be closer to the crease. Yeah, Benny. I think Benny would like to have that one back.
He's looking for a goal, isn't he?
I mean,
he needs something.
We nicknamed him the Sniper. I'll tell you, that was Royal Show stuff there. That was shooting balloons. And Chippy doesn't mind that.
No, he looked like he was putting one of those ping pong balls in the clown's mouth.
Oh. Anyway,
normally a very good shooter.
Normally a very good shooter. So I'm sure he's just, you know what, probably like they do with snipers. They're just getting their sights set. And I'm sure the next one will rip a top corner and we'll just be going, something like that.
Something like that.
That is, and as we said earlier, if you joined us in the live stream, Dougie Brook, good check from
Morty.
Mortimer. Oh. Just let him play, we say. Oh, that ball is up the top. Evan Locke with it. So rough. It's, you know what? It's good, solid preliminary finals lax.
It's great.
And if you're watching on the live stream of the Facebook or YouTube, you would be enjoying what you're seeing right now from these two teams.
Got 60+ views at the moment, mate.
60. See if we, you know what?
We need to get it up there. Come on.
If we get to 150 viewers tonight, I'm going to buy one of these stubby holders and I'm going to give it away for someone. So if we can get to 150 viewers, I'm going to do that. If not, I'll just buy one anyway. Oh, no.
Swim dodge.
Again, let him go. Oh, one-handed. Just throwing that one out of bounds. And yes, it does. So that's the only thing when he gets into that trouble and he keeps doing that. I mean, mind you, plenty of wood being thrown just quietly. But I like the way
I like it. Rubbin's racing.
Rubbin is. Oh yes.
I
yes,
have
we
taken
will.
those words out of your mouth, but I like it. Let the boys play.
So, and on our quiz, our poll there, we've got who will win tonight, Brighton or Glenelg. We'll get back to that probably about half time. We'll see where everyone sits. Oh, it's already done. Sorry, already done. I'm seeing it a bit later here. 61% to Brighton as we have a offside called on as Nige Morton stepped over the middle there. So it's a really bad turnover. I thought there was a timeout being called there by Glenelg. Mitch Fuss coming down the middle. Nige Morton goes, oh no.
Oh no.
Matty Brigham steps in. Good save for Go. That's off the foot again. And look at him.
He's pumped tonight.
He is very animated, isn't he, down there?
He's come to play. He's very pumped up.
So, Dom Kildare still watching, as I said, on the YouTube. Nige Wapper says, interesting to see Pez playing the left side. To be honest, Pez can play anywhere he likes. He's really good left or right. Got some good hands there. Peter Green, Jack King, and a few others watching. Sorry, it's not coming up. Mel Williams is watching. So she'll be in a preliminary final next week against Woodville. Look it down. Oh, good save again from Watts. Picks up. Good save again. That's two more. How much of this can they take? Good save again. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I'll tell you, he'll be looking for the offense to be doing some work down here because they were 3 really, really good saves. You look here on the Living Choice instant replay. There's the first one down low. It pops up. Next one from Lim pops out. And the third one. And the third one just big save. They're huge saves.
That's 11 saves.
11 saves, and we've still got 8 minutes to go in the second term. Flag down there. Good flag height out the other side. So flag down, looks in. Just pushed it right. That would have been huge and a good reward for the defence in that set if they put that one away.
Massive. This crowd we got here is about 3,000 deep. I reckon that would have been a huge
roar if it is a massive, if we see on the camera there. If you look down just to the left of the goalies, it pans back. Massive amount of crowd down there. Massive out this side. And North Adelaide have really turned it on out here tonight.
With the weather and all.
Well, why wouldn't you want to be on Argus Barry Field?
Why would you not want to be out here?
So we're up to 60 viewers now. So we only got to get to 150.
Turnover.
Oh, that kills the defence, doesn't it?
Oh, no.
So Tracy Ann watching. G'day, Trace. Carly Evans. Big game today from Carly. And Tommy Freeman's watching. Tommy Freeman. Ryan Gaspari, can you give us a little more detail about being a tranny?
Thank you very much, Tom Freeman.
Tom Freeman, as Benny Robinson, he's come to play defence. So we might check out with that later.
We'll delve into that at half-time. That's a long story.
Yep, how to make a long story longer. So Brighton with the ball. They're just settling it here. They've got a man in the box. And they look like they want to push the ball, but you really need that double to be pushing that ball in this instance as they release now. So they're even, and Arlen Lim, Mitch Lewis just needs to pick him up because he is not going to let him work. Brigham again just cocks the gun. You got Woodford on the backside here. Steps in, Perham looks inside.
Another great look.
Bang!
Oh, wow.
And there's a goal with a great cut there. And that's a fantastic goal
to Brigham.
Great goal to Brigham. Great feed by Perham again. The vision's unbelievable. Must be these lights down here. They're amazing.
5-3 here on the Living Choice scoreboard. Brighton leading 5-3. But we saw this last week, and ball to be won in the centre. Ground ball to be won here. There we go. Dan Evans with the ball. He's been picked up on the backside there. Just gets it down. Glenelg wouldn't mind a score now with about 5 minutes or 5.5 minutes to go in this
they need one just to settle
term.
it, but just on quietly. Dan Evans' hammy looks fantastic tonight, mate. Doesn't look like it's troubling at all.
So as we go here, Courtney Hobbs is watching. Courtney, huge win today for the Glenelg Seahawks women's team. And she says, go Bays, enjoying watching this from the couch with Dad. And she says, Cody is on fire. And Jemima Ray says, go Bombers, best thing to watch on a Saturday AM in London. So we've already hit overseas. Big shout out to you, Jemima. And glad you can be joining us here live and free on LSA TV. Brought to you by Living Choice and Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering for your number one in your home improvements. Been around 30 years. As we have a timeout called by Mr. Craig Schicker, his first of the game. And we get a chance to relax a little. So what are you seeing at the moment, Ryan?
A very good game, mate. Back and forth.
Back and forth. There's plenty of up and down going on here. But no one's really settled yet. Brighton sort of has shown a bit more settle, but they're not, again, those opportunities. How many shots has Brighton put on the cage so
21.
far? 21 shots to the half, nearly. Well, we're still 5 minutes to go. And what about Glenelg? How many shots have they peppered?
16.
Okay, so it's a fairly high-scoring game.
I think Schick has called the time out here because he really needs to score off this play.
Yeah, he's certainly looking at getting them settled, get his team out there that he wants, put one in the back of that and come back to the middle and give it another go. Because if they can go in one down at halftime or even at halftime, it's game on. We saw what they did in the second half last week.
Oh, they turned it on.
Mind you, Brighton are a different proposition tonight. They've come to play as well.
And Brighton can turn it on as well.
So we're just coming out here. And we will, ball started to kick up. So we've got Jared Hines out there, Nige Morton. We've got Brody Nickel. You got Jack Price. You got Luke Keesing, who picks up by Dad, Toby Raymond. Cracking bloke, Toby.
Great bloke.
Oh, Jared gets down the outside, looks
Good
down.
move.
They kick the ball quickly here. He's on the outside. Jack Price, kicks again. Nige Morton, bang. Oh, that's just, I reckon that's taken a layer of paint off the top. It may not have hit it, but it's taken a layer of paint off with the heat that came off that.
Yeah, they've just been painted too, so.
So you might see that shine like Blake Alford's helmet out here.
Yeah, even eBay's, it's glowing out there.
eBay's got something going on too, hasn't he?
He has, under these North Adelaide. Beautiful lights down here.
The chrome look.
As I said, we were down at Brighton earlier and it was starting to feel a bit cool. We get down here and it's about 5 degrees warmer.
Correct.
Oh, Jack Price.
Nice
good
check.
trail check there. Doing really well. So, ball kicks up here to Hines. So, they're having opportunities again. Glenelg need to make the most of an opportunity here in a minute because they are fleeting. And if you don't make the most of them, they can come back to bite you. And here's a little one. Oh, Nige Morton rolls off. Cannot give that. You cannot let that man go that far. And that was just a set play. And obviously, Schicks was pretty happy over there with that one.
That's what they needed.
He's writing that one down in his book over there at the moment, as we see on the Living Choice instant replay. Watch this. Big pick. Both went. Cannot leave that man, Nigel Morton, because
two-man play.
He could end up with 10 or 12 if you leave him like that, let him shoot there.
Second.
So 5-4.
Only got 4 more to get.
Only 4 more to get. There you go. 5-4 here with about just under 4 minutes to go in the second term on the Living Choice and Traditional Veranda Carports Roofing and Guttering scoreboard at Art Gaspari Field, nickname tonight. And the great man is sitting in commentary with us as Glenelg, Johnny Marenkovic. So he's actually won that ball. Steve Mortimer, he won't. He's going to have to be a good player to pick that up with Steve Mortimer on his back.
Oh, he got it.
But again, he's done it well, but he's under pressure here. Good chase there by, and that's going to be an interference. Push. Loose ball push. And you know what? Kippo was right on it, so he's obviously just impeded him there. But good pressure.
Good pressure.
But it was good to see young Jonathan Marenkovic up against Jack Woodford, winning one in the centre.
I'm sure Kiplock's copped a mouthful from the Glenelg supporters over there as well with that call.
What are you saying? He likes that stuff right in front of the Bay supporters?
He would have loved it.
Yeah.
He'd have a big smile on his face, Jono.
Yeah, they love it.
Just like Gowdy does, looking at the hashtag number 12 in front of us at Argaspari Field tonight.
I'm not sure if they're regulation shorts though, Tony.
You don't think they're regulation?
No, they're above the knees, mate. A bit high for me.
Oh, whatever they are, he does a great job in the black and the white, Mr. Gowdy.
He might have pulled up too high. Harry high pants.
You mean they're like my old Norwood footy shorts back in the day, where you had to paint them on to get a game. So Chippy looking to bring the ball out here. Brighton doing some work. Oh, a bit of a moving pick in the centre there, but got away with it. And that one's just popped down the back. So interesting next goal here. Next goal. If there's another goal scored before the half, if Brighton get it, they just push out to that 2-goal lead and a little bit of breathing space at half time. But if Glenelg can turn this over and get it back, he's just good double there. But we've got a timeout. Okay, I wonder what was happening then, because we were intently watching the play down there.
Oh.
And Mark Mangan has called a timeout for Brighton. As we see one of the legends of South Australian lacrosse, one of the young legends here, Mr. Nathan Arscott. He's just come in to hit his dad up for some money. Again. Or a beer.
Yeah.
So he's just down watching it. It's a fantastic game here at the first half. And we have got plenty going on here at the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And a couple of shout-outs here while I'm online, while I get a chance to have a look. Tony Hill says, Bombers getting plenty of inside looks at the Glenelg D. Yes, they are. And I'm sure Craig Schicker will address that at halftime. Barry Edwards is watching on the big screen at home in Strathalbyn. So it's
the fire going.
We get around, don't we? So we've gone from Strathalbyn to London. I mean, anywhere in between of that, and you're not watching on live LSA TV, you are doing yourself a disservice, because we have the one and only Mr. Linton Arscott and Mr. R. Gaspari here. And you want to see a bit more of Mr. Ryan Gaspari, stay tuned to the World Indoor Championships, because I'm sure he will get plenty of airtime over there. Brighton picking the ball up. This is this little two-man pick game, which which Glenelg just did exactly the same to them. So you would have thought they would have played fairly much on it. Brigham just working around. Oh, there's one that might have, no, let it go. That's good.
Boys play.
Let it go, equal pressure, they say. Nat Rowe with the ball. Jake looking down to feed, and there we go. So we had a shot after the siren. Cody asking for an unsportsmanlike penalty there, because the siren had gone and the ball was shot, but didn't hit anyone, didn't do any damage. You know what? Head off to your halftime breaks and reassess what's going on. A little bit of chirp going on out there too by the boys just going past each other.
I love the chirp. Love the chirp.
Hey, the smallest man on the ground's doing it as he's walking past too, just quietly.
Well, he can with the saves he's been making.
Oh, yeah. I think he might have just told Lee Perham a few things then as he walked past. Probably not the one to be picking on there.
No, don't want him getting fired up.
But, yeah, we're into the halftime break here at the beautiful Gaspari Field. Under lights. Lights are shining. Heaps of people online watching. We're up to 64 now. We've only got to make it to 150, Ryan. And then you get to sign one of these. If you're online and you're here and you want to support the Australian box team, mainly Mr. Ryan Gaspari, you are at his field tonight. Come and see us at the over at the commentary booth where the big white Hilux is. Mr. Luke Keesing. He's parked it there so he doesn't get anywhere out here tonight. But come and grab a stubby holder. Support Mr. Gaspari in his bid to go overseas. $5 a stubby holder, and we will certainly sort you out. So look forward to seeing you in the halftime break over here. We have got a... So we're going to put a poll up here. Sorry, I'm just trying to read it without my glasses. Will Brighton hold the lead in the second half? Get online. Let us know. We'll get back with those things, and we're going to hear... a couple of words from our sponsors as we go on. So here we go. Listen up carefully.
This is Adelaide's finest retirement living. A welcoming, multi-award-winning and pet-friendly community in a location overlooking the stunning Adelaide city skyline and its tree-lined surrounds. You're just minutes from prestigious shopping precincts, and it's only a stroll to beautiful parks and gardens. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities awarded 3 times as the best of the best. A place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living. With a range of quality accommodation options, you'll find a home to love at the fully accredited Living Choice Fullerton. Enjoy spacious living in our beautifully appointed 1, 2 or 3 bedroom apartments, or choose one of our stunning penthouses offering sweeping views. You'll see the value of good design in these light and airy homes, each designed and built to the high level of luxury you've worked hard for and deserve. You can relax knowing all building exterior maintenance is taken care of, so you'll never have to paint a fence or mow a lawn again. The village also has its own solar farm to help you save on power bills. Your 5-star lifestyle includes an on-site restaurant, Damien on Fisher and Hudson's Cafe, for delicious all-day dining. An indoor heated pool if you love to swim. Get creative in the art and craft studio. Enjoy a movie in our surround sound movie theatre. Be pampered in our hair and beauty salon. Or play tennis at nearby Concordia College. Meet up with friends for a game of bowls. Or listen to acclaimed musicians in our grand lobby. There's always something happening for you to be a part of. You're cared for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you never need it, it's reassuring to know that specialist staff are on site 24 hours. At our on-site wellness centre, both healthcare and fitness professionals offer a wide range of services. And you have 24-hour emergency response at the touch of a button. Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 055 749 or visit livingchoice.com.au.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
And discover the new standard in retirement living. John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
And discover the new standard in retirement living.
And there we go. Give us a wave. Couple of the young stars there, Dominic and Reese out there on the centre. And we've got a young lad here too, if we've seen his first game, who's just come up to have a chat. And he must be loving it out here tonight. What a beautiful night to watch lacrosse. Hopefully we'll see him as the boys just walk off the field. The other guys get down there, and you can see some of the young under-15s and Dylan Wood down there. Just half-time heroes. Bit of half-time heroes going on there. As we might just go to some replays of the first half here. And this was Brighton coming around. This was the first goal. And Cody getting a knee to that one, but knocks it into the top side. And Perham had his first. Down the other end. Ball kicks around. And Nige Morton with this one. This was a great cut there from Nige. You could just see him. Little pop, little quick stick. And that was number 1 for Glenelg. Down the other way. Jake Rosenthal just popping it in, kicks it over the bottom. And that was that one where they just had 3 stuck back at the halfway line. Eben Locke getting that one. This one here from Dougie Brooks. Fantastic. Just gets away. No defenders come to him. Steps about 5 metres out. Went low. Cody picked right, but just couldn't quite get that one. And then we head back down the other end as Dan Evans went about it. Got onto the left. Slide didn't come quick enough. Puts it down on Chippy. And that was the first one there for Dan Evans. And then we came down the bottom here, and comes around, and that was a beautiful shot there from Todd Bartlett. Back down the other end. This was a fantastic feed. Look at Cody Rosenthal, finds himself on the crease. And Jared Hines said, how did he get there? And again, looks down the bottom here. These were these 3 saves. Cody with a save, pops up, picked it up by Lynn. Lynn picks it up, gets around. Brigham shoots and saves another one. 3 consecutive in a row. And then the ball comes back around, looks inside. Brigham with that one. And then we had the last one of the quarter down the other end. And this was Nigel Morton setting the pick. They both slough off him, pops it down. And that we had half-time at 5-4 as Linton Arscott, goal scorers for the first halves, mate.
The first halves for Brighton, Evan Locke 1, Lee Perham with 1 goal, 2 assists, Matt Brigham with 1, Jake Rosenthal with 1, and Doug Brooks with 1.
And for Glenelg,
Todd Bartlett 1, Nigel Morton 2, and Dan Evans 1.
So 5-4 it is at half-time. Last time these teams met, it went in, I think it was 12-11. Down at Brighton, I believe. I could be wrong with that. And the first game, there was only 2 goals in it, so it's not going to be that different this evening, you would think. And we see Jared Hines just sitting there. I just got a message through from Paul Kernahan. He says, from the lounge bar at Seaview Downs, rocking lacrosse. Look at that. They're just kicking back. So big shout out to everyone down there as we see the boys, Mark Marciano and Jack Knight in the picture with M looking like... Right, we have to, and Ollie just looking like we have to watch lacrosse again. So big shout out to all of you down there in Seaview Downs. Great place to be watching it tonight. Cracking game. Looking forward to the second half here as we have the all clear going down. Jack Woodford against Jared Hines. Jared Hines contest there. Dan Evans with the ball. He's being ridden there by Jack Woodford, but. Dan Evans gets the ball up, and interesting second half here, Ryan. And if Glenelg can get one early, will they get a bit of momentum in this game?
Well, I think whoever gets the first goal is going to get a little bit of momentum to go into the second half.
Well, last week against Woodville, as I said, they were down by 3-4 at half time.
4-2.
I think it was 4-2 at half time, and they came home with a wet sail. So I'm sure Craig Schicker would want to be seeing that. And we've had a poll here. So will Brighton hold the lead in the second half? It is 57% to Brighton. If they keep doing that, they're going to hold it. 57% to 43. So those little figures have turned around a little from what they were. It was 61% who thought Brighton would win this game. At the half, they've lost a few supporters.
They have, and I was waiting for your call then with that pass. Normally you come out with the old, that's an inherent pass call.
That was, well, I was going to say...
That's one of your one-liners.
I was sort of watching, Marty took my attention away for a second, producing, just tell me about the poll. But that was an inherent pass down the bottom corner who just didn't manage to pick it up there, Todd. And mind you, Todd wasn't expecting it because he was backing up.
Yes, that's right.
Thinking a shot was coming. And but Brighton with the ball, Chippy with the ball in his stick. Plenty of work. He's looking like he's coming out the backside here. They look like they're going to just pop this side. So plenty of work going on, Chippy. So they've put the pressure on now. So Glenelg often play this. There we go. There's need to get the ball. Oh, that might be a loose ball push off the ball. Let him play. We say let him play.
Oh, no.
As the ball comes down, ball to be won. Oh, you don't want it in that man's stick. Yes, you do. I thought that was Nige then for a second. But Nige just walks over. That was Jared Hines with
a great ride by Glenelg.
Great ride.
Well, they normally play that 10-man ride when they get that opportunity. Cody, but Brighton had set up higher, and they don't allow them to do that. And when they do that, it does put a lot of pressure on that riding on the clearing side. But Glenelg with another opportunity here. They threw the ball away last time. As Nige, they got the long stickers up top, which means the shorties, they've got their shorties inverted into the crease here, almost playing a 22 high. So 2 up high, 2 down low, and 2 in the middle. And again, just dropping the handle of the ball. So Toddy Bartlett, he picks up Toby Raymond. He likes what he sees and pops that one across the other side. Plenty of sizzle on that one, but didn't trouble the keeper. And on the cage, And that one has gone out of bounds, but Brody Nickel with the back up there. And the referee's just looking for some more balls. And obviously, as it is a Brighton home game, they have to supply the balls tonight. So Mango will be loving that.
Mango will be loving. He's got to keep getting off his bucket.
He'd have to get off his bucket and go and take him out of there. I know he wouldn't be happy with having to dip into his bucket. As we see here, Nige Morton on Nick. Nick playing good defence. Jack Jury there. Brody Nickel down the back.
He likes this matchup.
He loves that matchup. You know what? Brody Nickel made that look good then. As we just see a couple of spots of precipitation here down at the
Chook Pen.
At the Chook Pen. Got jackets.
I don't think we call it that anymore, actually.
So, here we go. Zach Jury using the pace. Pops that one right as well. And good backup down the back there. Don't know who that is standing down there by the fence, but nearly took that one-handed. He'd be in my cricket team in, I reckon, in that gully position. Nearly had that in the hand. Jared Hines picks up Nat Rowe. Kicks the ball, kicks it down. So where they come down the other side. Looks up the top. Nickel looks at Bartlett. Bartlett certainly liking what he sees on Toby Raymond. He just needs to move that on now. And they've got a couple of their guys like Jack Price is on the good little inside step. Luke Keesing and pops it over the top.
Great move.
Breaking some ankles there, Mr. Keesing.
It was like watching Steph Curry.
It's free ball. So ball goes out here. Jack Perkins, Jacob Newman watching. Chris Sell says watching the game from the UK. Tight game. Another one from the UK. Alan Marenkovic, who's on camera? Who is on camera up there? Braden, the man Munn, is up there on camera, and he's doing a fantastic job. Although Alan's probably going, well, he got some competition. But Braid doing a great job up there. He is. And looks the other side.
Decent.
There's whack. Have some of that.
That sounded meat.
That had some definite. And Toby Raymond going to his work about. Here we go.
He's gone past him.
Nige Morton's got to suck off the back here. Around the outside, Brody Nickel steps, just misses it to the left-hand side. Little push as he shot it. And Brigham just giving Brody Nickel a tap saying, good job, mate. There we go. But he's going to get that back here. Just needs to get his feet. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. So Zach Drury just going too fast for his own good then.
A lot faster than I go.
So
Brighton bringing it back in.
So Brighton bringing it back in as we get up to the halfway line. Good. That's a pretty. Given what we've seen tonight with the officiating, that is probably a little
soft
on the soft side.
Not happy with the flag.
Not happy with the flag at all. Gaspari on Gaspari Park says no. That ball's hit the ground.
Someone
so flag down. No going.
I thought Big Byron was going.
I thought he was one.
There's two flags being thrown here. Someone's obviously offside as well. So they're going to have two technical penalties here. I think one was for a slash.
Oh, slash.
That was a slash on the outer side. That was, given what I'd seen some wood tonight, I don't know that I'd be calling that one a slash. I think it had to be a little bit harder than that tonight.
It probably should have been a little harder, but Gowdy's got those shorts riding. So
yeah, true. Maybe they're riding up in the
choking
position.
him in the nether region.
He's just got to get those flags out.
So
for a bit
four-man zone here, which is huge for Brighton, and it's 5-4 in this third term. We've got about 7 minutes gone in this third term.
Another goal here, Tone. It's going to be huge for Brighton.
Well, and vice versa. If Cody can do what he's done for most of the game, stand up and have another big save, then that'll go a long way to nuffing this out. But Doug Brooks steps up. That one's gone to the left. Good heat on it from Dougie Brooks there. Potential under Australian 19 players. We release one. Offside again. But it's a dead ball, so it doesn't matter. So they can't call that offside because the ball was dead. They could be wherever they like at that point. So good work there from Polly, who is running the bench, or CBO over there. That was well called because is Dave running? So Dave Campbell's running, and he looked at that and went, no, you know what? Oh, bang. That was a pass.
Yeah.
Cody thought that shot was coming. Next one might be a shot just quietly. Brigham, bang, over the top again. Having opportunities, and Glenelg get out of that minute and a half penalty. with no damage done.
No. I'll tell you what, he's got a bit of a cannon broomage.
Well, left or right, doesn't he?
He had some zip on that one. I wouldn't want to be standing in front of that.
Yeah, you got to be brave or stupid. And most goalies.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well.
Okay, you heard it first here. So down the back here, just stepping in. Arlen Lynn going about his work, looks down the back. They kick it up the top. They've been able to shut it out so far. If they can get a stop here and come down the other end and score, that'll be a huge play. Oh, Dougie Brooks steps inside, looks the other.
Good feed.
Oh, good feed. Jakey Rosenthal on the backside. Really good work from Doug Brooks. He's been really good tonight as well.
He's been great, mate. Brighton are looking, they're drawing on the outside and looking inside for that dump, as you see here on the replay.
Living choice replay here. Dougie takes it. Jono just allowing him to get back inside. Looks back. He allowed Jake Rosenthal to be on the bottom corner, and you cannot let a guy like Rosenthal.
You can't.
Shoot
Very
there.
sneaky.
Smart ball player.
Oh, very smart ball player. And if you give him enough opportunities, he will kill you. So 6-4 here. About halfway through the third term. Jared doing a good job in there, but I think Woody's he's very smart, and he just realised what was going on, waited for it, and he pushed it back into the back of his stick, and Woody said, okay, well, I'll have it then. Rosenthal again with another one. No goal. No. Crease, Shane Abbott. Oh, don't you love the theatrics from Mr. Abbott when that happens? The only thing better than the theatrics of that with the in the crease is the one where he throws the flag from the circle and he gets the height he does. So massive one here. Dan Evans steps through. Bang. Good save, Chippy. They just pop it out again. So it's turned up a notch here, the speed, hasn't it?
It has. I think they'll just need to settle right now, but they're going to go to goal.
Oh, the backside. Price
wanted it.
Just still open. And that's probably a matchup, to be honest. Although
he's asking for
Nige Morton is looking. Oh, yeah, bang.
Nige.
And that one's missed the cage again. How many shots is that Lippy as we get? We'll get to that in a minute. But Glenelg having their opportunities here, just not hitting the cage. Chippy come up with a big save there before.
Well, they've had 5 shots this quarter.
5 shots this quarter, and they've got 1. So we've got Jack Price up the top here. Needs the poke. Or just gets past him, looks inside. Just steps around, looks inside again. The ball's hit the deck. Ball to be won here. This is a massive ball in the context of the game. Great pick up by Lynn. And we have got numbers here. Oh, looks inside to Lynn. Bang, big save again from Watts. You can hear him.
Oh, he's fired up.
He is fired up. And what another huge save there is from Cody Watts.
16th save.
16 saves for the game. So he needs his offense to be doing the right thing. That is offside. That will be an offside and a good catch there from Polly. So a flag down here in Glenelg. Sorry, Dave Campbell there. Sorry, Dave Campbell throwing that. Flag down here. Opportunity. Steps inside. Still attacking the cage. Bang. Good save again from Chippy. That one hurt. That one hurt. They got Chippy right on the knee, I reckon, when he went down there. And I reckon that got a bit of flesh. So Glenelg with an opportunity here at a man up. They'd want to get a score on the board.
Chippy's been big this quarter.
Big this quarter.
Three saves for Chippy.
3 saves. That's 6 shots, I reckon, Lip. So he's going at 50% down there. Certainly looking after his teammates. He is. As ball is kicked around here. Toddy Bartlett just stepping up to the top. Nige stepping in. Oh. And another one that just fires past and Chippy hasn't had to put anything on it. So Donna Wood says Brighton will win by 2. Scotty Brooks, Jaden Taylor, and there's another 18 watching. We're down with 59 viewers. They need a score here as the penalty has been released.
Turnover. Huge turnover.
And I can tell you, Craig Schicker, if he had something to kick over there, I wouldn't be standing too close to him. And he's not going to want to give away a silly penalty here. Oh, just pushes through. Dougie Brooks has had an outstanding game, and that man there, just pops up, looks the other side. Ball will go out of bounds off a gold stick. No?
No.
There you go. But they run that quick restart really well. Evan Locke looks in the middle. Bang.
Oh. Brooks.
Oh, listen to Watts go off there.
Cody Rosenthal.
Cody, that's his second for the game, I reckon.
First.
I reckon Cody got one in the second, number 14.
Jake got one.
Yeah, Cody got one in the one before on a cut.
Was
He
Jake?
fed the crease. No. So Cody Rosenthal, number 14, had one off that Lee Perham feed to the crease. So that was Cody. So that's his second for the night, I reckon.
Now, Lip, I don't want to say too much, mate, but you've only got one job tonight. That's to take stats, bud.
Way.
I know I'm firing shots, but I'm just saying.
Mate, we are at Argus Burry Field.
I'm just saying, like, my job is to put in one-liners every now and then. All you got to do is take stats, mate, all right?
So Glennie Stills watching. Trish Adams is watching. Hannah Goff, LSA TV's own Hannah Goff. Bronze medalist Hannah Goff. I know. I hope to see you come back with one too, Ryan.
That would be nice.
Because they are heavy. I don't know whether you've felt them. I don't know whether Sammy's invited you over to Addie's place. Well, it is Addie's place because she holds the bronze. So Glenelg with some work to do here. Out to a 7-4 lead. Brighton are up 7, and they're just starting to get the ascendancy. And the work, to be honest, being done at the moment. Doug Brooks has been really good tonight.
He's done great, hasn't he?
And he's come to play. And I said some of those young players are the ones that are going to have to stand up.
That's it. I called that as well at the start of the game.
So in a low-scoring game, 3 goals is a massive lead here. And obviously with the grand final at stake on the line, big face-off to be had here. And we're going to have both break. Both break. Oh, you let it go, don't you?
Play on.
Play on.
He dropped his whistle. He dropped the P.
Okay, Gowd. Drop the whistle. We like it. A little bit of theatre from the Gowdy here tonight. There we go. Jack says, I'll hear the whistle that time. Oh, no, you've got to go up from there. Lee Perham with the ball. Another goal here from Brighton. Just to bring it, if they get one, we'll bring it out to a 4-goal lead. And that would be a huge lead in the context of this game.
And that's going to put my sports bet way back.
Yeah, I'm saying, and this is the thing, Rosenthal down the back there is being allowed to do his work, steps inside, big save from Watts. There's going to be a loose ball push.
Whoa.
There's a loose ball push there. They're going to give that a... Oh. So,
what is it? Push?
Well,
30.
A 30-second push. I reckon he shot the ball before that happened. So the loose ball...
Should have been just a turnover.
Should have been just a turnover. Yeah. But Glenelg will sit down. There's a 30-second penalty there. The shot had, Cody saved, the push came after that. So that's probably not really meant to be a flag, but 2 of them got it, so obviously there's something that we don't know.
We must have missed it. They're watching the action. So another goal here by Brighton, and I think it's going to be a tough one to crawl back for Glenelg, I think, Tone.
Oh, just kicks up the top. Back, just making them work here.
Glenelg push a long way out.
They're pushing a long way out here.
The zone's a long way out.
So you hear Mark Mangan screaming out there, move it, move it. Dougie Brooks up the top. Oh, we've had a couple of them tonight where it's come off the back of a defender's helmet.
Wow.
And I'm sure the goalies don't mind that.
That's right, and they're back to even again.
All right, so as the lacrosse gods do, whether it's right or wrong, probably even its way out. Now back to 6-on-6. And Tony Hill says, come on, Lippy, one job. He's just copying the great man that is Gaspari.
Good on you, Hager.
Big shout out to Haig. Kath Connolly watching, Andrew Lang's watching, Lee Haskett watching live on LSA TV. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Oh, Alan Lim. And Cody must be wondering what's happening to his defence down there, because certainly getting put under the pump at the moment. And there we go. Brighton have a 4-goal lead. We look here on the Living Choice instant replay. Just allowed him to get past. No one came to him. And
bit of a 2-man game there, a bit of a pick come around.
Well, they play that 2-man game on the bottom all the time. And Glenelg, you think, would be used to it because they play the same thing.
Game,
So their defence would have trained against that. But that time, left them both alone. Arlen Lim runs around. And is that Arlen's first or second for the night?
First.
Well done, Lippy.
Okay.
Good job, mate.
Well
done, mate.
I remember what Cam Adams said. He said Arlen Lim for the highest goal scorer.
He's called it.
Oh,
wow.
Great pick up there from Mitch Lewis. As he's gone, no, enough. You know what? I'm here. I'm playing defence, but if you boys won't pick it up, I'm going to take it through. That was an outstanding ground ball from Mitch Lewis there under immense pressure. And maybe one of the young guys just putting his hand up like that might spark the rest of the team in and take them on their back. So it doesn't matter how old you are, do something special like that, get those opportunities. So Jack Price up here on Mitch Fuss. Well, you don't know which way to actually sit. Oh, look, sits in the middle as the ball rotates out. Jared Hines comes down the side. He's got Luke Keesing. Hasn't been seen a great deal. Luke had that, got inside in that first quarter, or second quarter, sorry. First quarter, down this end. Toddy Bartlett. Oh, but just trying to do too much. And the old head of Toby Raymond isn't going to allow that to happen. Oh, there we go. And down he goes. On the scoreboard, that is a 4.2, 3.7, 6.4 from all judges, with a difficulty level of 1.3. And he got back to his feet exceptionally well there. And down the back here, and there's another goal there from, wow. They're just starting to blow this apart. And
was that
Jake
Cody
Rosenthal? No, Jake Rosenthal just gets inside. And Glenelg, look at that, 1-2.
Wow.
That was how many has he got now, Lip?
3.
3. Is that given that you didn't give that one to his brother?
Yeah, I didn't.
Good.
Yeah.
Here we go. So under the prompt here. That's well out, well backed up there by Cody, and that ball's come straight back off the fence down there. So what did Glenelg do here? It's 9-4, 3.5 minutes to go. They've scored 4 for the game, and they need 5 to get back in it. But I can honestly tell you, the defense have weathered some storms down here tonight.
They have.
So the offense need to just start to make it happen as Brody Nickel hits it over. And they need to just unleash the shackles here, and someone's going to do something special. I mean, Mitch Lewis there before that ground ball through the centre was really good. But Brighton defensively have been really good down there as well. And we've got a whistle here. So just stopping time. There might be $20 on that. No?
No.
Okay, I thought there might have been $20 on the ground there, and Kipper went, hang on, let me stop. But just one of the young lads, the ball is on the ground there. So Zach Drury bringing him up to the halfway line. There is an over and back rule. So
good defense.
But they do that. They come down the right-hand side to rotate out the back. The rotation didn't come because Jack didn't get out there. So as we see here, the ball will kick over, run down, gets down the side. They'll look to kick it. They look to kick it the opposite side. And Brody Nickel there again can step into it open there. Bang, shoots that one wide. And nearly a good back up down the back. That's what Glenelg do all the time. They run that one where they kick up the top, kick it the other side, kick it down, and look for this backside shot. And you'll see here, kicks it down, rolls it back, comes down this side. He'll drive down this side. Oh, no, he goes the other side now, but no one's come out. Good side, just didn't take it. Oh, looks up the top. Marenkovic was there. Oh, good save from Chippy. And it's just starting to turn the Bombers' way here as the ball goes down. Ground ball to be won. Big ground ball to be. Oh, there's one. We're going to have a whistle there. And flag height from Mr. Abbott. Unbelievable. Flag height. We're going to have an illegal body. And that's fair enough. Head was down.
Head was down.
Came through, and in AFL you'd get 3 games for that.
That's
because
a
reportable offence. But Shane Abbott right on the spot. Love his flag height. He's got flag height. Has got better as the night goes on. And I can tell you, if you want to see some height, go and get yourself some home improvements.
And the clock's on the field, mate.
And clock's on the field, sorry. Wow, that gone really quick, that last bit. So we have clock on the field. So Glenelg really would want to pop another one in here, given the fact that they're limited time. And again, just not quite happening. Oh, Dan Evans, again, they just look. And so Glenelg will start with the ball in the fourth quarter. But I can tell you, they got some work to do after the Bombers had a really big quarter that quarter. And Glenelg not putting anything on, and the Bombers putting 4 on that quarter. So a 4-0 quarter, which was 5-4 at the half, out to a 9-4 lead. And Ryan, how do you see Brighton not losing this right now?
Well, I tell you what, if there's any team in the league that can get this back, Glenelg's the team, mate. They can put on goals like nobody. If they want to turn it on, they can turn it on. I think they just need someone to get a goal, get them going, and they can ride that wave all the way.
So who lights a spark?
I think you need someone to stand up. I think we need Nige to stick one in the top corner and get the boys rolling behind him, because I think Cody's done all he can do, but he can't keep taking the punishment of these one-on-one goals he's taken.
Yep. And for you, Lip, how do you reckon Glenelg get back into this game?
I just think they're going to take shots.
Yeah.
It's three-quarter time. They've only had 23 shots.
Okay, so you need to put
to 31.
Need to put more balls on the cage. Number one, because Chippy, how many saves has Chippy had out of that?
Well, Chippy had 4 that quarter. Chippy was huge that quarter.
All right. And speaking of huge, here we go. Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering. We'll hear a word from our sponsors.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living.
So welcome back here for the last quarter of this 2019 preliminary final. We will see Glenelg start in a man-up opportunity as
they need a goal.
They need a goal, and one early here to just try and get this game back on their terms. So Tracy Mathwin says, go Bombers. Dave Gubbin says, come on Bays, chop, cheering you on from London. Ricky Smith is watching. Robbo's watching out the back there. He's here. Toby Raymond. Jemima Ray says, yes, Toby Raymond. Brady says, Gowdy. He must have loved that little bit, and pity we couldn't get that on a replay. We might try that after as the referees just start to reset. Melissa Williams says, yeah, Toby, turning back the clock. I agree, Mel. And Tracy Mathwin says, no sound. So, but that was, I don't know when that was. So, Trace, can you hear us now? Hopefully you can. I know there's plenty of people who swap with you that can't hear me.
Correct.
So, ball kicking around here. They'll need one on. There it is. Bang. That's just... Oh, there it is. That is home. That is a goal.
Nige.
And Nige just doing something special. And all clear as we watch the Living Choice instant replay here. See that shot had. Good save from Chippy. Pops out. Oh, little one.
Airborne.
Oh, and gets one after from Chippy going, get out of my circle. But maybe that's a spark.
That's the spark. And
that's
I called
the spark.
I said, you need someone to stand up.
That's why Ryan is here getting paid the big bucks. There he goes as Dan Evans is on the side here against Matty Brigham. Just coming out to the wing line.
The Glenelg Crags really starting to turn up now. They like that one from Nige.
So there we go. And a face-off win here. Another one here would be very adept for the Glenelg Seahawks. But Jared just pulling it out as we get Nige Morton. He's not on the field. And if he's doing special stuff like that,
you need him out there.
You need him on the field for the next 20 minutes. So Nige with the ball. Kicks it down there to Toddy. Toddy's done a power of work too tonight. He's really gone hard when he's got the ball. Kicks it over to Jack. He's got Byron Pridham. He likes what he sees here with Byron. So you'll probably see Lukey. They'll flow down. Someone comes out of the centre, rolls back. No, not that time, but it was coming. So just they're almost like a bit robotic at the moment, and they need someone like this just to do something special. He's had a go. He likes what he sees. Bang! Bang! Wow. Nige Morton, welcome to the fourth quarter. That's his second in about a minute, and that is a huge goal in the context of this game. It is 9-3. And hashtag 1-2 on the ground. I mean, it's painted, it's there. And what a huge start for Glenelg. As the ball comes out, Dougie Brooks, he's been big tonight too, but he's going to get crunched from behind if he doesn't watch out. Jack Price, and now he runs into Steve Mortimer. So, just lets him get inside. Flag down.
Flag.
So that'll be for an offside, I reckon. I reckon there's an offside. And can Glenelg come back? We've put a poll up. Do you reckon Glenelg can come back? They've got the first 2 of this quarter. Get on LSA TV. Place your votes. Let us know if you think Glenelg can come back. It is 9-6 here. We will be in a man-down situation, though, for Glenelg. But it is only 30 seconds, and that will be for a offside, I believe. So Brighton with an opportunity. So I can tell you one thing. Cody needs a shutout quarter this quarter. He's had an outstanding game so far. Oh, there he goes. Over and back. There we go. That ball's going to go over and back. He's got to drop it and then get out of the way. Got to get away 5 metres. That's got. Oh, he might have almost got a flag there for being encroaching. But Shane Abbott had his X-ray vision measurement out.
As he normally does.
As he does.
Another goal here will be huge.
Very good referee, Mr. Shane Abbott. And I saw the way he worked over in Gyeongju in South Korea. Gyeongju. And that was probably the most English that was spoken over there between Shane and Zan, his beautiful girlfriend, was over there as well. Fiance, sorry. Well, you start at one and then go to the next, so yeah. And they were great people to have over there. So here we go. The ball, Jack Price about to be released. And Polly is about to release him. Good job there, Polly, making sure it's all done. Toddy Butler, he was almost in there. But another one here from Glenelg early in this fourth. And I can tell you, it is game on at the Argaspari field. And Luke Keesing, as I said,
you like him? He's your man.
You know what?
Fourth quarter specialist.
I mean, he hasn't played for Australia twice in the men's game.
Look at the great backdoor cut there.
So Brody Nickel just pumping off the back. Just looking,
especially on the left of Luke driving there too. A perfect pass.
But you don't make 2 Aussie sides and play the quality of lacrosse he has if, I don't know.
Chippy's seen that one before, it looks like.
He has...
nice chase by Jack Price.
He's got some wheels, doesn't he?
He does, but don't want to give away anything here. But that was probably a letdown from where they had been. And the crowd is starting to get in it here at Argaspari Field. Maybe they realise just where they are, right?
That's right, mate. And I reckon the viewers, we're up to, what are we up to now? 60-plus viewers.
60-plus viewers. Still not the 150 we're looking for that signed stubby holder, which Ryan, and it's game used, because Ryan's actually currently using it. So,
hold. That's got to be a flag. Great height.
As there's a flag here.
Going to get a hold call. 30 seconds.
Get a hold call. They do your head in, don't they? These 30-second calls. Let them play. And the poll here says, can Glenelg come back? 23% are positive, but 77% say, I'm sorry, no chance.
Sorry, I've actually clicked positive.
You've clicked positive. There you go. Gaspari's he's on his own poll, and why wouldn't you be? So another man-up opportunity here for Brighton. I reckon another goal here just about takes the wind out of the sails of the Brighton of the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Then that's two, and Brigham. There you go. Looks the other side. Kicking back in. Brigham's up the top.
He wants it.
He wants it. They're going to have to get back out to that.
Nigel's going up there.
Drop the handle of the ball, Woodford. And can we get another one here?
Morty.
Against the side. He's just come on. Jack Price has just come on. Hasn't seen him down lower. There's another man there, Dan Evans. Just pulls out. Jack Price came off the bench there for that penalty. And really just, they didn't see him and move that ball quick enough down that side. And Luke Keesing with the ball there. He likes what he sees. He's just trying to get inside.
He's in here.
Can he put one away? Yes, he can.
He does.
And is there a push after that one? No, there isn't. Here we go. Game on at the beautiful Argaspari Field. Bathed in sunlight with these lights. And at Argaspari Field, the game is heating up now. It's 9-7, as you see on there. Living choice, instant replay. And that was my man, Luke Keesing. And he sort of started to fire up last week. Fired up the
chainsaw.
Fired up the chainsaw last week, and he was chopping trees down. So is he the one that's going to just keep that spark going?
He might be. No, he started it up, but I think Keesing's the one to take it over.
So is that going to change our poll? What are your thoughts here? We're at 22% who say, you know what, Glenelg come back, no way. Or, sorry, 22% says yes, definitely. Sorry, and there we go. All of a sudden, 26% say yes, Glenelg may be a chance, and 74% say no.
What do we got in the comments here? Nigel Wapper, 3 goals aren't much.
He plays here, and this is Luke Keesing, just steps inside. Bang, no slide there, or down this end at the same time. So,
and I don't mind if they don't call those. I like it.
But as long as you don't call it both.
That's correct.
You know what?
Right.
Put them away. Put them away, because you had
away.
a hold and a push down here, which, you know, out the outside. Let them play.
Let the boys play.
Let the boys play. Just like in, was it Daytona with Tom Cruise?
Oh. That's Thunder.
Thunder, or whatever it is. Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. Great movie.
Rubbing his racing, baby. Let him play. Ball to be won. Jack Woodford.
Oh.
He's
done well tonight, hasn't
he's
he?
a master. Memorial medalist in my eyes. Oh, there we go. And he's a potential for the living choice player of the game too. Jake Rosenthal trying to do what, nice look. Lee Perrin fed that last one to Cody Rosenthal. Jake spoke to him badly about before the game because he didn't feed him that one. But Jake Rosenthal going to have to be all over him because he certainly can bring home the game. Brighton don't want to put the shackles. They don't want to. Oh no! Oh,
almost an inherent pass there, Tony.
Almost an inherent pass down the back corner there, Ryan, and you almost took the words out of my mouth.
Well, actually, I didn't actually. one Kieran Sandow bring that to my attention
did
at
he?
training last week. He absolutely loves that.
He
one.
loves the inherent.
He loves it.
Well, you don't inherit them. Oh yeah!
Wow.
There we go. Glenelg. Here we go. Glenelg have got an opportunity. Just need to pick a ball up. They've got a man coming forward. But that's a huge play in the defensive end for Glenelg. Stu Mortimer there, just getting Lee Perham all tied up.
Coming up with
Perham
the
dropping
goods.
the ball. Another goal here makes it very exciting with 11 and a half to go. And Nige Morton just says, right, give me the ball. Toddy Bartlett, he's been on Toby Raymond all night down there. And they've had a big duel. But here we go, Luke Keesing. He's the man, I reckon.
He's the man.
If it's going to be, he is the man. Got pace to burn. Brings others into the cage. Bang! Oh, down low. Chippy's seen that one before. Ball up the top. Evan Locke. He'll carry the ball.
Can't miss Evan on the clear with that helmet.
Good work there from Nige Morton. Saw that happening. And good work from Jono Marenkovic there. Just finding and getting back in the hole. Really good work from the defence. But good save there from Clint Barker down low on his left-hand side. Is that a big save in the context of this game?
That is a very big save. And he's pumped up down there.
Yeah, he's up and about, isn't he?
He's up and about down the back.
He loves it. He's got the fist pumping down there still. 11 minutes to go. Anything can happen in this game. Jack Woodford just subbing now.
So Brighton really need to get a goal now if they want to take the wind out of these sails, Tone.
We are sailing. No sails tonight.
Nope.
So there we go. Doug Brooks, who's been really, really good. That's my 2 songs for the night. I'm contracted for 2.
2-song limit.
Arlen Lim steps in. Good double. Bang.
Good.
Pops that one home, though. And just we'll see on the living choice instant replay. That might be the one that just takes Glenelg out, but they won't give it up. You see Arlen Lim here. Poke. Just lets him get inside. Double doesn't come. Cody right on the pipe, and Mitch Lewis not happy with himself with that one. Wrong positioning, and
the slide come, but it was late.
Very
Too late.
But again, he got himself in the wrong position. I mean, you know, you've only got a whole goal side of that contest.
That's
instead of trying to overtake, and he tried to take the ball off him and do something special. So ball to be won here. Jack Woodford again in the centre. There we go. The 2 people who know each other very well. Dan Evans and he looks up. Steve Mortimer. Here he goes. Can he go to the cage? He doesn't mind a goal.
Oh.
Ball kicks down. Oh, big tip.
Good touch.
Just want to settle it now. There's still 10 minutes to go in this contest. It's a 3-goal ball game. And the winner will go through to the Little Living Choice and Traditional Grand Final.
Against the Bears.
They've
just had the rest this week, so they'll be looking ready to fire next week.
Oh, they fired. They did fire last week, I can tell you. Stop singing, Tony, says Tracy Mathman.
That's all right. He's up to
Sorry,
limit
that's
now.
my contract done now, Tracy. That's 2.
At least you can hear now, Trace. That's good.
Oh, here we go again. Jack Price stepping in.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, round and round he goes.
No.
Toddy Bartlett.
I would have shot that time.
Oh, you would have shot that on the first opportunity.
It was
And
a left hand as
then
well.
got the one off Chippy's stick that he didn't quite save and put it back in the back of the net.
Yeah, I'd probably take
But they're going to have to start shooting those balls.
They need to.
They're the ones. They get inside. They get there. Mitch Fuss. Oh, that's high. Flag down here. There we go. Flag down. Looks inside. Nice. Oh, just to the left-hand side. That was really good work, but Glenelg get a man opportunity. So it's going to be a 1-minute slash here because he got him right around the neck.
And they really, really need a goal now, Tone. They really need to score off this man up.
Get this man up done early. Have the opportunity. And then almost call a timeout here from Schicker. Let him sit that. Go back to the face-off so it stops that penalty clock. And then have another go from the centre. You know, you could get a two-goal turnaround right here, and it brings it back to a 1-goal game if they can score on this man-up opportunity. Just on the crease.
Was a bit early.
Was far too early, but you know what? Great look there from Jack Price. So not a lot of movement here. Just stepping in, Nige, bang. Chippy with a huge save. Ground ball to be won. Jack Woodford with the ball under massive pressure. 1-on-3 there. Kicks it over, and that will work. Jack Woodford, outstanding play, Jack Woodford. And there we go, but even better from Brody Nickel. And they're still in a man-up situation. Looks up the top, Luke Keesing. Big ski goes Keesing. Back to a 2-goal game, and I said he'd get 3 in a 1-goal win, so I'm still...
He's still hanging. That's your man in the fourth quarter.
Great pressure. I mean, that out here, 1-on-3 with Jack Woodford. He can't do any more than that. But the other side...
Great check by Brody Nickel.
Brody Nickel to get that ball off and get it back. And then to find Luke Keesing to pop that one up the top corner. Back to a 2-goal game here. About 7 minutes to go in the last quarter. So plenty of time. Dougie Brooks steps up. Oh, a little bit of love going on here. There's stuff going on here. Watch those butt ends in the corner here. Butt ends going on there. Want to put that stick down. There's another butt end. You've got to be careful on this, especially this time. That's a hold. That's a hold on the outer side here. It was being watched, but just didn't. Hamstring. There goes.
Morty wonder.
So Dan Evans came into the game with a hamstring issue, and he cannot let him shoot from there. And Dan Evans that hamstring's just gone pop, so we won't see him for the rest of the night. And he is feeling that left hamstring immensely. A bit unlucky on here for Glenelg. They had a massive hold on the outer side here. That contest was being watched by Shane Abbott.
Shane Abbott was right on top of that contest.
But again, you know what? He's letting them play. So, and Cam Adams says, was that the fat lady singing? Well, I might have picked that comment up a bit late, Cam, because, that one just sneaking out of bounds. No.
There's still 5 minutes to go.
So we've still got just under 6. So, yeah, plenty of time. 2-goal game. Dan Evans, will he be a big loss? Chippy is on fire, Mel Williams, doing a great job for his team. And Anson Carter's watching. Big shout out to you, Ants.
Ben Robertson must be injured as well. He's got his gear off too.
Libba.
Oh, that one's home.
That could be.
And I don't know. I can't actually put a tune in anymore. I've done my 2 contracted for the night.
I think that could be game.
Dagger.
That could be the dagger.
But that's a 3-goal game.
That had some heat on it.
And Brighton, and that was Brigham there, just letting it fly.
As he does.
Well, those shoes, the old Libba. So are we looking here at a Brighton and Burnside grand final, which would be a bit of a replay from last week's game, and I'm sure Burnside wouldn't be too upset with that now.
They wouldn't be, mate. But look, Glenelg are going to throw all the stops out now. They've put Nige Morton up to the wing.
So 5 minutes. 5 minutes still left in this last quarter. We've seen how goals get scored. Just need the ball out of the centre. They need one here. Big hit. Jack Woodford wearing that one. He's going to have to get rid of that because there's pressure here. Good pick up from Arlen Lenham if he kicks it up. Looks down, Fasty on. Looks into Jack. Big save from Watts. Good save from Cody. He's kept him in the game.
Eben.
And we got it in the crease here with possession, I reckon.
It's a penalty.
So we're going to have a penalty. Great. That's huge save.
Jack Woodford felt that hit by Nige Morton.
I bet you
he's gone
And
off.
the replay here, we watch here. So great down. Saw Jake Rosenthal on the bottom corner. Great play. Bang in. 1-on-1. Gets it. And then there's one in the go. All you got to do is make it OT, don't you?
That's it.
Go to OT.
Well, I know all about that, mate.
Or Nige.
Oh!
What did that miss by?
Oh, Chippy got a piece of that.
Wow.
Just. But that was lasered.
It was going to the right
I think
area.
we're going to see more and more and more of that.
He's just been given a license.
Well,
let loose.
You would absolutely give him as much license as you possibly can right now. Or kicks the ball up, bang, Nige Morton. He might even come around the outside, bang, kicks that one, Brody Nickel. That's just about taking out crowd members on the other side there for the Bays. And Cam Adams was talking about Tony, not the game. Okay. Was that the fat lady singing? Sorry, Cam. Yeah, well, you know, we have worked on our figures together, the two of us.
Yeah.
And mine is brought to you by KFC and Hungry Jack's.
Tony Bartlett.
Tony Bartlett
doing some
just
work.
needs to let some fly.
Ooh.
Back up here. So 3 minutes to go. 3 goals. They need a goal a minute.
Very doable.
And it is a 2-minute stop clock in the last 2 minutes. So really doable, but someone's going to have to make it happen here. And Jack Price, he's going about his work. Byron Pridham, he's top side, looks up. Oh, Tony Bartlett, we've got to shoot that.
Great, Toby Raymond.
This time of the night, you get full license to actually put that away. Good ride, Byron Pridham with the ball. Defense doing the work. That's coming our way. That could go out of bounds. No. Luke Keesing picks it up. Good step. So 2.5 minutes to go.
Shoot that.
Got an offside.
Oh.
So there was an offside right in front of us here, which didn't get picked up for the shove. So they probably just called it even and let them play. So 2 minutes to go in the prelim final here. It has been a cracking game. Glenelg not without their opportunities.
He's your man,
and Luke
Tone.
Keesing kicks the ball down. They move it down if they do this well. Looks up. Brody Nickel steps in.
Oh,
good save again from Clint Barker, and he's going to get the back up.
Oh.
And that is a huge save in the context of this game. And you can see the defensive end here, Cody Watts with his stick on his head, just saying, come on, offense. So 1.5 minutes to go. It looks like Brighton will be joining Burnside in the 2019 Living Choice State League Grand Final. They've got to just push the ball here. They've got to push it. And Glenelg just going about their side. Byron Pridham, he's taking on Luke Keesing, just hanging it out. Kicks it to Raymond. Oh, that's out of bounds. So ball turns over. Opportunity, fast whistle. Oh, look down on the bottom corner.
Jared
Hines steps over. Jack Price dropped the handle of the ball. Chippy's out the cage, and that's going out. And that probably just about sums up the night there, as Jakey Rosenthal has a few on the board tonight. Looking at another one late in the quarter. And Brighton really don't have to do anything. And they're just as likely to draw flags here, to be honest, Glenelg, with the pressure they have to put on. So got to lock off. Nick with the ball, kicking up. That one's just popping over to Toby Raymond. Toby just kicks it back.
Ooh.
Might have got one late, but you know what? Rubbin's racing. Chippy coming out the cage, looks up the top, finds Raymond again. Defense is just about out on their feet at the moment. They are playing games with them. Less than 30 seconds to go now. Surely, Chippy. Steve Mortimer, he has just run about 400 metres. And you don't want great outlet from Barker. You don't want your keeper coming out at this stage of the game having to do that. Clock is on the field. So Brighton Lacrosse Club look like they're going to head off to the big dance to meet the Burnside Lacrosse Club. And that is another rematch from 2015. So 2015, Cody just coming out trying to lock off, but not much time to go. They're just going to hold it out. And there we go. Brighton Lacrosse Club off to the big dance in a week's time against the Burnside Lacrosse Club. Fantastic game of lacrosse tonight, and hold your head up both sides, because that was really interesting to watch, wasn't it?
Absolute great game, Tone.
And Burnside Brighton next week. That's a huge contest, and Burnside will be feeling pretty happy with the way they played against Brighton last week. If they bring the same game, Burnside without a state league premiership yet in their existence. So
yeah, they're pumped.
Looking for their first, and
they're going to be on the biggest high. They've had the week off. They're going to go into this grand final pumped, absolutely revved up to go.
So what do you reckon, Living Choice player of the game here?
Ooh. I don't know if you can go past the old Jackie Woodford in the middle, mate.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. 11 wins in face-off.
He just dominates. He's
had 11 face-off wins.
So he's been exceptional tonight. Anyone?
That's my pick.
That's
anyway,
your
Tony.
pick.
That's
Yeah,
my
it's
pick.
I'm the same. I think he was outstanding.
For me, it's down to 3.
Okay.
I think Chippy was outstanding.
He was outstanding.
Was outstanding, you know, and when it mattered, he was really good. Jack Woodford in the middle, really good too. I love the work that Jake Rosenthal did tonight.
Well, Chippy had 7 big saves in that second half too.
Yeah, so
7 massive saves, really.
You know, I mean, on the Glenelg side, you'd probably say Cody as a.
Oh,
well, Cody had 20 saves.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, you know what, Jackie Woodford, he just continues to do
He's a workhorse.
And let's go and see if we can't grab Jack Woodford as our living choice player of the match, and potential my pick for memorial medalist. So replays here. This one here where Dougie Brooks just got down, found Jake Rosenthal on the backside there, and that was a huge in that game, in that context of the game there. We see here another one just too loose in that defense. The amount of shots that were had on crease for Brighton tonight.
It's unreal, wasn't it?
It was unreal.
I think Glenelg just pushing it too far and let Brighton play that inside game.
Yeah. As we see on the downside here, Toby Raymond picking the ball up. And that's the one that just got turned over. There we go.
We did get it.
We did get Gowds on tape there. Because that was really, that was a good roll, I'm just saying. Obviously, Ryan, you went out there and made a bit of a mark for him.
I did actually, yes.
To trip in. And Ryan Gaspari filled. And we see here again, just stepping down, Toddy Bartlett. That was a huge save there by Chippy. And then flicks over down the side here. That was a massive one. And then Nige Morton. He did that a couple of years ago down at Woodville Lacrosse Club. In a game. That was a game against East Torrens.
Yeah, I remember that. Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, I do.
But it was a great one. He's actually shot it, got the rebound, and did a little flick and scored again.
But look, Nige Morton, those last couple in the first couple in the second half, he came to play in that last quarter and gave him an opportunity. They weren't without their opportunities, Glenelg.
Oh, they had him there, and then Nige started it. He started the spark, but they just couldn't continue with it. And your man, Keesing.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to keep going.
Well, he got those couple.
He looked good.
And then
he was fired up.
You know, but there's only so many times, again, so many times you get opportunities.
That's right.
And if you fail to do something with them, you know what? They may as well not have had them. And I think tonight, Brighton really capitalised on those opportunities.
They did.
But a really cracking game, and it's what you would have expected from these two teams. As our man of the match just flicking over here, we might just come out the front and have a bit of a chat to the man. We'll just get these over the top. Sorry, as we get organised for everyone having to. This is like musical chairs here. Oh, the Royal Show's on. Get your show bags here. Get your show bags here. And the show bags are here.
Good game. Good game.
Great job, mate. Outstanding.
Cheers, boys.
Mate, that was a tough contest.
Yeah, no, we knew it was going to be tough from the start, and everyone dug deep, and just got over the line. It was a tough last quarter,
And a massive, you know, in these games, I mean, the intensity from the start. You got away early, and you get a bit of a lead, and you know it's like you the other way. If you're behind, you're never out of the game. But your face-off work tonight, mate, was outstanding. I mean, it was last week too. You probably won 95% of your face-offs. You kept it going into tonight. I don't know what the stats were, Lip. For
I think Jack about 9 or 10 wins.
Okay, so that's huge in the context of the game. You must be happy with the games going at the moment.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be a tough game. You got Morty coming off the wing. He's always running in, and Brooksy did a really good job tonight as well. And he got plenty of the ball. And
as you say, you young Jedi apprentice Brooksy there, coming out of the centre, Fasty down scores at a really pivotal. He had an outstanding game tonight, Doug Brooks.
A really good
probably,
game,
to be honest, it's probably the best game I've seen him play this year.
Yeah, and just a lot of effort out of him as well, all over the ground. You know, good D, good offence, worked hard, looked dangerous.
Yep.
So
Yep. And obviously off to the big dance next week.
Yeah.
Didn't get there last year. So you'd be pleased to be back there. I mean,
that's the goal for the season, isn't it? To have a chance at playing in the big games, and that's what we play lacrosse for. So, it's good to be back there.
And you've had a stellar season as Brighton Lacrosse Club by itself, but yourself, you're my big tip for the Memorial Medal. I've just put it out. I've put it out.
He did call that early.
All right, I think you're in.
Too many dollars on it. We'll see how we go, eh?
Mate, I've already lost the house. I don't have much more to give. So it's only dollar coins that I'm finding. Garage sale out the front at the moment.
Yeah.
But so the boys. Mark was happy at the end there. Coaching staff.
Yeah, really happy. I mean, it's just good to see the young guys coming right into the game and they're getting into it now, and that's what we've been breeding them for. I mean, we've been playing with them for probably 2 years now, so they're starting to find their feet. And
as you say, Arlen Lim with a couple. Cody Rosenthal finding that feed from Lee Perham into the crease here in the second quarter was, Lee just
those two work so well together. Cody and Perham, they work so well together, just looking for each other each time. One drives, draws the dump, bang, goal.
Yeah. But again,
they work so well.
The write-up we did for LSA TV during the week actually stated that those young guys are going to have to stand up, and probably the difference in the game tonight.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, not happy as with them. So
excellent.
Yeah, you need contributors in finals, and we had plenty tonight.
Chippy in the cage in that second half was huge.
He was a rock.
Like 7 or 8 great saves that it could have turned the game.
Yeah.
Like, he was really massive in that second half.
Yeah, and kept his cool.
Cool. Yeah.
In clearing, he cleared quite well tonight.
Yeah, we
we
wanted
him
clear
to pair him over here just at the last minute. Then
we didn't want him coming out of the cage at that stage. The 30 seconds left, and you see, season's over for the other team, and you're like, nah, just go back.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself get hit.
Yeah.
So, look, well, we're really looking forward to bringing the grand final next week on LSA TV. Looking forward to see you eat it up in the middle. Another big contest against Lewis Dow in the centre there, and I'm sure you'll come up with a few plans for Burnside, and looking forward to seeing that game.
Yeah, we'll see what we come up with, and
excellent.
Be a good game.
All right, Jack. Thank you very much,
cheers,
mate. Congratulations on tonight.
Cheers, guys.
Welcome,
Cheers, very much.
and we look forward to seeing you next week, buddy.
All right.
Thanks, mate.
So, as we start to wrap it up here, look at that, Ryan. Looks
Wow.
like Danny DeVito and Ryan
Arnold Schwarzenegger
right here.
I'll help you out, mate. I'll help you out. There you go.
You're still taller than me.
How's that look, Tone?
You know what? We both should get on our knees and we could just dance. Look, and our young aspirings coming in the background. Now I know what Channel 10 feels like.
Dumb and dumber.
It's been a fantastic day of lacrosse here. Obviously, the Women's State League games earlier in the day, and we saw Woodville get over Wildy down there 10-2. Then we saw Glenelg with an outstanding first quarter, going 8-0 in the first quarter against Brighton to book themselves a grand final berth at 15-8. And then tonight here, the Bombers have turned it around off of... no, he's good like that. I like it. Look, I put my arm around him.
Thanks, Tone.
But the Bombers turning the tables tonight and getting through to another State League grand final. That's a few in the last 10 or 12 years that they've had.
That is, and I'm telling you, this is going to be a great grand final. Burnside are going to come out. They're going to have the big support crowd because this is going to be the first. If they get this one, this will be the first out of it all.
Well, you got to think that after the performance they had last week.
That was a big performance. Both ends of the floor. That was fantastic.
If I had a house left, I'd probably put it on them, and that's not giving them the mockers. But I'd put them on them because they're about $1.10. I wouldn't win much back. I'd probably win a traditional veranda, carports and roofing, a bit of an addition with my my 10%. But
Fair enough, yep.
they're in fine form at the moment.
Great form.
We look forward to bringing you that action. Just our thank yous, Braden Munn, obviously on the camera tonight, did a great job up there, always does. And Marty Baker on the production side of things here. Mr. Linton Ascott, thank you, mate, for being here all day.
No probs. Love it.
And we do. And Mr. Ryan Gaspari, we look forward to seeing you in a grand final next week with the cans on. Mate, I've got you. I've booked you in. Yes. There we go. So one Mr. Ryan Gaspari. He'll be amongst LSA TV next week. So on behalf of myself, Ryan, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week when the big dances start. Obviously, women's and men's Div 1-2 prelim finals, men's State League Grand Final at the beautiful Cooper Stadium. Thank you to Living Choice and Traditional. They are outstanding sponsors of us. And until next week, have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see you when we are coming live from Cooper Stadium.